mini wususu, say a bay and yasu, in your trasu, to Kaninia, Casabi, Cominia, Eddie and Ramuta, and Sasu, to say, Omanu Saviayo, Omanu Saviayo, Ayaseta, Osei, Omafo Brad, Omanu Saviayo. Sariyeyo, Ayaseta Osei, Omafo Brandesre. Asem Yedika, Ninabeka, Miara, Heyo, Miara, Ejume, Ninabeka, Miara.
Pressing that we address this emergency press conference here from the premises of the High Court complex because of a scandal that just happened in the case of Honorable Atoforsen versus the Republic and other accused persons. As you may be aware, our minority leader and Member of Parliament for Ejumaku Enyan Asem, the Honorable Dr. Atoforsen, who served as Deputy Minister under the Electoral NDC Mahama government, is standing prosecution for his role in the procurement of some ambulances by the then government. We've always maintained, as far as this matter is concerned, that we don't believe that the Akufo-Addo Bawumia MPP government is up to ensure that justice is done in this matter, and that this is a clear case of persecution and not prosecution. And we have times without number explained why we think that Honorable Atoforsen is innocent and that this whole case is needless. Now the matter has been before the courts. Various witnesses have been called. The minority leader himself has opened his case and closed his case. Currently, the third accused is being cross-examined by lawyers for the minority leader, who is the first accused. And today, cross-examination was done by our own Director Legal, Eduji Tamaklu. So we're all in court to monitor the proceedings. But we were shocked to the marrow when the third accused, under cross-examination, disclosed to the courts that the Honorable Attorney General has been reaching out to him, calling him over the phone, and that he has met with him in person, and that the Attorney General has been asking him to give false testimony to the courts and skew his testimony in such a way that corroborates the case of the Attorney General against the first accused, so that the first accused can be convicted and jailed. He said this in open court and asked that it should be put on record. And her ladyship also directed that same should be captured by the record. And so what we are talking about is something which is on record. And we as a political party are totally scandalized and disgusted by this development. We are not surprised because we've always known that this is a stock in trade of Godfrey Yeboah-Dame. This is not a man who is interested in justice or the law. This is not a man who is an Attorney General and Minister of Justice. No, this is a devious character with no honor whatsoever, no respect for justice, no respect for the rule of law, no respect for the rights of accused persons, and who always go about manipulating judicial processes to get his way at all cost. And so we are not surprised at all that today his sins have found him out. We are not surprised at all that today his cup is full. We are not surprised at all that today his day of reckoning has come. Because, you know, in a race between good and evil, evil can always take the lead, but good will always win. He's been doing this over and over again, and we have a cause to lament this to the media and the good people of this country time and again. You've been asking for evidence. Here is your evidence. Godfrey Dame is not a minister of justice, but a minister for injustice. He is not interested in the rule of law, but interested in persecuting innocent people. He is interested in bending the law to have his way at all cost. And if he can go to a witness and seek to influence the witness, to court the witness, coerce the witness to testify, okay, in a manner that will help him achieve his aim, then he is capable of talking to a judge. He is capable of talking to a registrar or any officer of the courts to have his way.
Did the judge interrogate this allegation?
Well, I'm told that immediately after the said incident happened in court, the courts took a brief recess and met lawyers in chambers. Whatever happened there happened in strict confidence. We are not privy to that. But this is a matter of considerable public interest. We as a political party are interested in this matter because it involves our leader of our parliamentary caucus in parliament. And we have served notice that we're going to stand with him every step of the way. And so if this matter has happened in open courts, we want the world to know. Nobody can censure us or cower anybody into silence. We want the world to know about what has happened involving the Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
What next for the NDC, specifically regarding these allegations, because these are things that transpired in court? I mean, what's the next step?
Maybe I should use this point to explain Uchara or what Uchara means to everyone. It means money. I like it. I like money, and I guess we all like money. But I don't worship money. I don't. And through my speech, you will get to understand where I stand with money. And freedom, it's a name and a character that I have built. It took me 10 years of my life to build the character Freedom, Jacob, Caesar. Today you get to find out the real meaning of these three names. The freedom is what Africa has been looking for in a very long time. Yes, we have our independence, but it's contractual. I decided to bring the freedom to this continent and to my race. So I started to brand the name freedom, knowing that we are looking for financial independence, economic independence. So the freedom really stands for that journey that we want to embark on to find this independence. Not the independence from us being free from slave masters, but being able to create our own financial destiny. That's what the freedom is about. And I'm sure you guys understand Jacob. In the Bible, Jacob was one of my favorite people. You know, he wanted to have children. He wanted to have a wife. But for some reason, he ended up having 3 wives, because when he had to have the first one, the one he wanted, they didn't bring him. So he had to work again 7 years to get the second one. And then after he got used to it, then he started giving birth with this woman and ended up having 12 children. The problem that Jacob had, I have the same thing. So all the kids were boys, and he was looking for girls, at least one girl. The girl never came. So he had 12 boys. But with my case, when I got to the 4th one, I stopped. I realized that I will become Jacob if I keep going. Because they're all boys. They're all boys. And I can't say I'm going to look for a girl until I get a 12th one. The reason why I stopped is because it's good to have a child, but it's very expensive to take care of them. And if you can't, then don't bring them to this world, because you're causing them a harm. And that's how we should be as human beings. We should be able to genuinely help people, or if not, then let's not put them in a situation when they will suffer or why they will suffer. Again, this is a point for me to introduce myself again to TUC. My name is Nana Kwame Bediako, and that's my birth name. But today, you know Freedom Jacob. You just didn't know Caesar. Caesar is just a person with a ruler's instincts. Someone who has a revolutionary consciousness. I am that person. So my 3 names really define the person that I am. But Nana Kwame Bediako, it's simply that someone who has come to fight to win. So let me start by telling everybody here where I came from. My mother, a very great woman, a strong believer. My father's father, all the children, they died, one after one, after one, after one, after one. My father was the 9th baby. He survived. So he was supposed to be in Kroma, but they called him Bediako. And so out of the 5 children of my mother, I was the last one. And here's my story, how I grew up. I grew up partly in Kumasi, partly in Accra, partly in England, back to Accra. I've been around. But you see, some of us have traveled, but we never came back. Life is a journey, and it's very difficult when you walk forward to return. My experience was to walk back to the soil that I belong to. And that's my home, Ghana. This was 2001. I'm sure every young child was dreaming to go to England or America. I already had a vision for Africa. So for most people who don't truly know me, I like to open up myself with this opportunity that I've been given by TUC. So by the end of my speech and this discussion, you can ask me more about myself. Returning to Ghana was something that looked like I wasn't going to make it in life. In fact, when I was coming back from England, I was in economy side, and I saw a magazine that was in the back seat of the chair, and it read, Africa, Hopeless Continent. The magazine was published by The Economist. today I'm confessing here that it's one of the things that inspired me the most, that I will do whatever it takes, not only to change Ghana, but to make Africa become a hopeful continent. And that's my belief, that's my responsibility, that's my vision. And although it looks impossible,
Jamo Kwaba Edeba Asemi di Council ewe neat 100.9. Asemi di kan yede brawa ya meme da bia wani tu edu meme da se ni dia. Na ya tena sena na wache no ya boaboa no ama no na yede ababego ya pono so na ya tena sena ya fa ya tase de se besepa ani koni ahaban. Ene ensem bebre na wo ho a ye ba bedi hu nkomo na program no so de e fully packaged. Ye won penfo akukudam womo obeti omonka ewo eye program iso ya behwe eye enuama Electoral Commission limited voters registration exercise enra Electoral Commission womo extended date no by 2 days womo de eye enapa mienu aba beka ho eti ene deputy director deputy director of elections edema NDC ma Jibril ene owojumedi iso yeno no eba bedin komo e dia fan sema hodo a ekoso especially isi jumedie NDC monitoring na wama monitor eye Electoral Commission jumedie ye ba behwe ho asemaka ensema ekoso ewo eye court eye Accra High Court the Criminal Division eno no ekoba se eno ma bi piepie ya in fact na eyehu enoma epiepie ya eyehu ne say third accused person etimi gina court anyway ka say Attorney General aban kwadu bofo enyin te ka say Attorney General a oye aban kwadu bofo panyin ana o me ye kwadu bofo no ono pa na da no na obi betimi aka say Attorney General asama ekoso efa eye ambulance on sensem na accused person because Attorney General no afre no dada no ka kire ne se onkodi sabientro enfanto ato forces so never no ohun sema ideja ewoye meimo atentene ne a ekoso esema kodo a aya na epiepie free ye judiciary mo sade we beto odwa no obia wo sadia ohunifa obia ewo impression a we create ede afa ho aya asem seba ne kano aye kana eti enanopai ye ba bedi ho komo ye bedi ho enkomo ye beche Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na watwi okobie kaya ye womo hostel ne eye womo training center no so far ede eye significant impact ben ene de bebre eye kaya ye fu ye bedi ho komo na watwi Omampanyin KPMG report or publish here. Owevu eye article ewo ye RTI law yumo. Na owevu free wo a publisher reporter na entisan call publish. No, does it tell you say na do dankwa kufuado? And na buying. Gives you signal say when it comes to corruption, one more fight ya na. Your question at Yebisa. Now, hopes in our door. I can't say I'm a police fortune. A granting the bill. Near Echo Sono, a big cassa your witch hunting. A business in Mara Yejuma, a mudian, and a watching. Uko Facebook at Jumedian ye. Neat 100.9 FM. Neat 100.9 FM. Saranson, and I say, Oko other streaming portals are. And also your YouTube, your Despite Media. And your YouTube. It's only two. It's only 20 when I want like the other bedjuma. So the one quite Juma, now dump him now, dear. Hey, Charlie, dear you. Many another come dump him say, and then sooner jam. So the time ya ye, and Cranen and Patem and so talk a Caribbean name to Yiria Bay. If I told them, I'm a slow Yasha ye, mammy. Why? Yasha ye, and mammy. Me did the Magjerry or say, Agyeman. The Jimedi ye friend, Asem Dika, a will need 100.9. Ma DJ Brill, Atenase, Deputy Director, Edema, Director of Elections, NDC. Ma DJ Brill, Ewaha. Sarah na Honorable Clement Wilkinson, or MC Wama Samai, member of the MPP. If you had a mobile become on also many be bought 1-on-1. Madi 1-on-1 a minute more. Solomon Owusu, on also movement for change. On son ebeba. Madi, me watching.
Hey, Jerry, you also.
That's saying.
I am not doing
Yeah, then you pass. And this is what to say.
Oh, and this is the Anyamia Emuye Pan because.
Yeah, course.
Oh, they say the own say about to side NDC Mra and a Yusu.
And only a day, no.
Oh, so far say any electoral commission of Belgium, Papa. And no more.
Oh, sir. It's a more position a pair now.
It has been always like that.
It hasn't. It
hasn't. When we're in power.
Yeah.
Now, Charlotte Osei, Eddie logo, Eddie ballot paper, or best ballot paper, ballot person I want. No, go by son, I know horizontal. We fought it.
That's a logo, no, yeah.
Me say, we fought it. We were out about it. I didn't make any say, Asem. You say, your force. What you say? Under Charlotte said, started say, yeah, to about special voting now. We got to parliamentary and presidential. What do you mean, first, we got two special voting now. Two only presidential.
Presidential,
Oh, two only presidential. But when this thing started, we raised issues. Into which the first elections, you two about with parliamentary and presidential for special voting. No, we have challenges around on those issues. So about issues, electoral commissions, the NDC as a party, we have always raised issues where it matters, and on my it meet the Ejuma. So and yeah, only when we are in opposition, and NDC, you raise issues against electoral commission, because at the end of the day, electoral process, a year and I'm not for say, oh, and NDC, David, again. But only when we're in power too, when we're in power. So all the proposal be banner a year, we don't fight you.
But ma doing him, the trajectory they say. When him say electoral reforms, a pa yenya organa a year MPP for the abapa.
Tell me, Marcus.
Oh, a lot of time, your friend is saying, I think one MPP co-position, time one more position, and I make one more position. At the same voters ID card. I say a colored near the union, they proposed.
Okay, Tobo. Now, when they propose it,
okay. Now we tell it to you. Analysis is not me say, and yes, and there's a but Anna be who say more political parties, some opposition as a a lot of things about the Electoral Commission. But mobile bemwa iswa. MPP eba bemwi. And some and number proposals from the Electoral Commission are limited.
I get you.
But one more opposition, no, a lot of reform. Yenye say, but the Electoral Commission so go by the base. More bemwa, but proposal are more per se. More the Electoral Commission are limited. That is what I'm saying.
I will agree with you partially. You may be so. Oh, say already issue. No, be so accept issues. You say raise resources. It tells you the person willingness to do whatever you are talking about. So what I say, it gives you the opportunities. As someone work, but you have a government. I understand Electoral Commission. When NDC raise issue, it become a crime for NDC to raise issues.
I don't think so. Say it's a crime.
Okay.
For NDC to raise issues.
Yes, it's because but you raise here. Now I say a bonny idea NDC raising and to say anything raising. That's what you see it making this back and forth issue. But after every elections to be as Electoral Commission, reforms bemo. Okay, reforms bemo. So issues will be raised. I've seen this thing. How can we resolve this thing to help our electoral process? And the issues where say your opposition, we are not your opposition. I think that, and most of the times, the NDC, anywhere we are, we fight for the right thing to be done in Electoral Commission. Maybe Electoral Commission say, "Oba buying no say NDC soon say games." Because he said to me say.
Electoral Commission extended days, It's a okay. And I can say piece of them. So now I can say I didn't know ultimately become one. Now why?
Okay, my Agyeman for Konya went here. With if I no pay any one share or Facebook so. And I pay so in so no to until best. In fact, instead of start within 50 minutes me free you know. Obedu a friend say St. John's Road so no so no can start say a back roads so. So you can imagine baby air waterlog and kasa. So make us be a drive be and as a walk area be no. Be careful. Or 90 when be around this time. Mike, Electoral Commission extension now why for this limited registration. Say offer extension electoral process idea enya from so. In fact, when you come to even elections, there's an extension on election day. You can extend for another day. In 2012 elections, there was an extension because the Mra say obey extension. Mra am I acquiring the year in our electoral issues. However, it is now onto the manage elections, Nikasemu and the Bama why doubt and the issues are the commission is doing. Also, I started registration. Day 1, day 2, we had a problem. Until raise the issue. In fact, before the registration, IPAC, on my calendar and prayer, personally, I raised the question, asked Agyeman, I say, exercise my provision for mop-up. Will you do mop-up in case we finish 21 days? Almost see a quambia, someone mop-up crap. At IPAC, I say, I did a new page more. 60, most of the day 21 days, some registration and Casa Crapona within 1 week or maybe. Until in Yamopap, they didn't have any room for that one. The starting process with just 2 days of the process. Now issues are AC. I Electoral Commission from so. And yet, I do a say a natural disaster. I am easy from so. Back and he say, Obi our Electoral Commission office. I would be a friend saying activation code Bema. Say MVB machines in Juma on a one farmer. Delay the whole system the whole day. About doom so on those days, Electoral Commission on a course here because they don't have the power on the doom so. But they told the whole world, say, I've acquired generators. I'm sure so.
One man instructed our officers to acquire generators.
Yes, they have acquired generators. Yeah. So, in your mind, see a light out issue, network issue, and activation code. So when electoral commission for but Ghana for the were ready to go and register. To register. So we start raising issues. Say, "Adia AC way, a bay start considering mop up and I say extension." Mark, yes, I see. I will do almost the day 11 thereabouts. Electoral commission, but if other institutions, I say almost afraid for extension. I am for being afraid for extension. Electoral commission be a press conference. I catch you are sitting and say assessment now my year. Even though 2 days no problems. All these issues, extensions because they can capture based on their targets. Mark, also any stakeholders in Ejuma, mobilization now a amount for an year. So based on your words, in fact, they even that Claire said they be a can be also because if they go beyond the 21 days, it will affect their program. Mark, 2 days ago, based on that, Electoral Commission, Emma, NDC, any political party in an invitation for IPAC meeting for Wednesday. Based on Omunya extension to offer agenda for the IPAC on
IPAC meeting.
IPAC meeting on 29th Wednesday. Wednesday. And then the first thing on agenda, almost say review of the just ended limited registration. Review, which means you continue to actually SSA Now the betting after that meeting, now the about say obey extension of the program. The question is, on what assessment did you do to I can say extension, and which one did you do now to say you are doing extension? In that case, Osei letter no kura poswa. Osei letter no swa. Mike, onim say registration we no. The gazetted sentence are the district office anyhow to reach areas.
Yeah.
But offer report that every monitor says most of the how to reach areas, be binti and in sit for 2 days. And a machine I say. Now you are doing the extension. Most of the extension only at the district office.
Extension by the
only district office. Only district office. Until the what you can say should be based on data. 1 year no. What are you trying to tell the person? For me, extension were called already. Electoral commissioner can say 1 year. So political party, any political party can say, okay, so 1 year there, let's mobilize the people towards what we are doing. And also say, a friend say, extension. So for me, you ask yourself, this electoral commission, can you trust them in anything that they do? Can you trust them?
I didn't amount trust.
Now some work can say on based on facts and figures, science and data.
Now say later, we send this over ya.
No, but only he was saying 1 year press conference. Sure, let us know. Say I didn't tell us. Oh yeah. The reason, but the reason they gave was there before they issued no raise first. Some reason no raise or letter no say ninja mo extension no. It was there before they did the press conference and extension.
But Mami can letter for the purposes of the discussions. Or say extension of voters registration exercise. The Electoral Commission is pleased to inform the public that ongoing voter registration exercise has been extended for 2 additional days. The exercise will now end on Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2024. This arrangement has been put in place to make up for the network challenges experienced during the first 2 days of the registration. The Commission aims to ensure that all eligible voters who wish to register are afforded the opportunity to do so. We urge all eligible citizens who are yet to register to visit the Commission's office in the district where they reside to register to vote. Yeah. It is 2 days. Okay, one more analysis. You were calling for the extension. Cheddar was calling for extension. Organizations were calling for extension. Okay, for
based
now,
on what?
One more analysis.
Based on what?
One more extended.
Okay. Based on these 2 days issues.
Yeah.
And the reason we say because of these 2 days issue, Electoral Commission, Yanum Ejuma, consider extension. Mubaka Chair says, Sir, issues that you raise, it didn't affect the exercise. Now you go back picking the same issues. Say, and no answer that affect the issues, So how do you trust this person? When we were calling for the extension, reason Ben and I, some people said, me no be interview her. I catch you say, a dear I see for the 2 days, At least Electoral Commission be a crap, and we mop up. And I'm on issues, So then you debunk said there be mean your extension because that 2 days, any problem. So when did the 2 days now become a problem to them?
They have not realized it.
So you see, when it has you say they don't do their work right. In fact, either say somebody sits somewhere to manipulate Electoral Commission to do what they want. In this idea, reasons that were given, assessment na Electoral Commission couldn't have come back again and say, I fed ye. In fact, one can say I fed ye my political party na say, I'm pleased to say 2 days issue no. Now first one, the one I can't 2 days issue I can't. Is anybody talking about any day apart from the 2 days issue? I am raise the issue, no more raise 2 days issue. Other groups now can raise 2 days issue no. Kodio raise 2 days issue. Ye raise 2 days issue. What's it they be me? Obe press conference any boss of a press conference say mu inye because no affected. Because ufa data no say you be register within 21 days no be register we obi any center. In fact, the day now mo yes press una dem mo kan ye. Omo say ndekwa be kan center we bring now amafo ni ho. Yes, Mike. Almost essentially a month for new. But you see, our exercise in this country depends on the dynamics of the area. Market day, will be more numbers. Mike. Area be so on weekends, any time I'm going to be a day. So you don't use one day I will call a monetary and who's a month for ambassador windy. So I declare say easy. So we are not saying say extension they be because we've already called for it. But the inconsistency of Electoral Commission, may dangerous, dangerous. Because tomorrow, what my get say, me ya do it. Later, which can affect the elections. Intellectual credibility is key in these elections. Trust is very key. Who informed Electoral Commission now within the last 2 days, even after say my friends IPAC meeting. In the IPAC meeting, I go in there never say, Mike.
I don't have been at IPAC meeting.
I hear about the review of the exercise. Into that day, no, I'm a monitor. I have to leave monitor and go to IPAC.
And I'm winning a monitor.
I'm a key.
That's IPAC and I represent it.
And let me say, me a key. Whoever will go there is key. In fact, Electoral Commission say of late, they are not in the offices. Because I'm monitor exercise, They are now returning back because you hear exercise, Again, unim say issues about on the sentence, Unim don't go for your free. Mike.
And what I'm over.
Cerebral. Tete. Bossman. They will come and sit in the meeting that day. They will come and sit in that meeting for that 3 hours. Say, machine be me problem be here. How will you resolve it when they are in the meeting? So now a review is our meeting after the 2 days. Are we going to meet again and review? This is a confused state. You want as our mind, and we are saying this in just to help. And yes, we have any issue with Electoral Commission. I think we technically, how will you do this to help you? As I say, people to trust you, to have trust in what you say. My dear Ochina, the Electoral Commission by press conference say extension and mayor no. Me say extension, but will you trust them or not? You'll be waiting to see whether they will do it or not do it. And you don't go to elections with mistrust, with misinformation, with half-baked information. Because all officers on the ground are more monitor size, Who says almost so? Who is misinforming today? Information way or then it becomes another issue. Why? So you say be over so say this is free, ya na political party na free. They say mo da ma mo kasa, dey be. Ye free, in fact, I remember the day now my president I say it could have been better for them not to say yo, but I'm gonna say yeah, stress send a Agyeman eko. E bia say ban say be out, but maybe up to Sunday be who send assassinate because Electoral Commission programs now we have on calendar for registration. On the weekend, analysis pa. On the weekend, analysis. One guy say weekends in the amount numbers. So always they put 3 weeks, Saturday and Sunday in the most of their exercise. And the weekend we him. One when you do then me you. Now mayor. And you see what hurt me yesterday. As I said, yeah, press conference. Emma detail, Emma's analysis. When you don't understand me, I'm saying. I don't know. Why not saying?
Obi answer. On any
Oh, at least, in fact, people are calling, even though we know say it comes from the source, Papa. But it just true. Nobody sign it. Yeah, extension. In fact, if they have taken their time to listen to even the political party again, say, after emergency means say, some of the sentence can be. Some of them say because current as we speak, there are some sentence I register only 8. Some sentence are registering 8. Some are doing 200. So you could have sat down and said, okay, we can say a more purpose. You could have been to do a more purpose. Areas are numbers no every. But here we are. Nyama affect you in a better you. Dum so better by second extension. Dum so beba.
Enti.
Mr. Beba say about better extension. We are working as stakeholders. They should allow us to work as stakeholders. Every boy of mine in. But we are ready to go on the field to do the work for extension. We are ready as a party. But again, it also shows target no protect say target no. It's not true. Because in the press conference can say the target no must set almost 623 no. They are getting it. They will hit it. So but when you say as at yesterday, they are 652,000. As at Ndra, they are 652,000. They say all this.
One more target in
623,000. I'm target.
It is an exceed.
They say yeah. In fact, because we argue with them at that. Come say.
Oh, them saying now what's that target in exceed?
Yeah. I catch you almost said target no almost set no. They shouldn't hold on that because that target and yet realistic. And yet realistic.
But they've given an ample time.
Why?
21 days.
Why?
And
cost 2 days. I'm said that cost 2 days.
One more share that.
And I must number now the man will be no one kita uno kita. Uno kita no man.
There be nyame kita.
Obi na kita and one farmer. No oko dance. When na ko we juma pass e tu na on farmer. Maybe oko chile into one farm numbers number. One farm activation code number. I don't know, me no cause that problem no. Dum so na e ba ya, like I say omo no control e aban na wo say order that say nusu no esi. But generator no am ka say omo generator no e wen. Mike, why are we not asking such questions? Into higher extension na dum so say be biom no nyama we. Network never be biom. What will you do? But yes, we agree. Say the numbers we are churning out, we are registering. We are likely to hit. In fact, if not that in the money echo say 750,000, we could have gone up to that number. We told them that that's the number. We don't enter the number we cost. For 2023 registration now, we use only 272 centers because in district office, even though there was a target, IACD, but no beer net me by. So if you use that statistic, say because of your growth rate 2.5 for 1 year, oh no, you see only 1 year, dear, you get it wrong. We told them. because they say no machines no have more sentence than before. Machines na the as this time around sentence no. I also seen the first one here in 2023 registration. Because sentence they use this time around is about 1,050. As against 276 sentences in the last registration. For 4 years or 3 years registrants. And because I go closer now, those who couldn't have traveled back here no, they are now coming in to register. And that is why UFA numbers no more than 21 years and 20 almost 21, 23 years, you know. And also still. Okay, Mike. Yes, I don't know. Say 18 years in compared also because we climb many in 2023. But to show you because we are now still capturing close to the people, no. That's why these numbers are coming up again with 18, 19, 21 years, 23 years. Because they couldn't travel from where they were to the district office. And now, Obi our monetary registration when you as officer. Oba who say numbers never say you know. Omo how to reach area and the numbers never. Ufa district be a number now we for a district no. E ya omo how to reach area ka ho no and the numbers need also. So this data must be clear. Must somebody who understands. See, I've always done my heart to Electoral Commission. Ufa tete, ufa serebo, ufa kisi asante kisi, ufa. These are guys who have worked through the district and know the challenges on the ground. But I think that either they are relying on theory issues, and now ITB, OBD, ITB, wada. To do them, mamu can say ma utila no be say impeli for uncover file election mo kasa say. Look at the issue about that graph issue there by you know. Graft, me know we say and draw graft, and I draw. Infographic and draw. What the figure to more application natural. But Electoral Commission one ultimately 2 numbers, the same number. 951. I did 2 more, not quite 80, but quite 10. Application ben. So what the numbers so now they will not come and speak. Omo here graphs, someone can say. They say omo here Electoral Commission for practical guys and like kasa embarrassing themselves.
I pack number can I dey na mo dey go to money.
Omo say embra for review. Until at least e wanyama bia you be raise. In fact, only to enhance it because 6 steps in be free. In fact, there are areas that you find a printy end of day print out.
Yeah.
Now Jerry Udinaba 4 times. But ID numbers in different.
Oh, sir.
Yes. We have
areas no.
Ashama. Oh, I will not say. I'm just saying. Come myself. Yes, Edin the same time. In fact, interestingly, Edin about the same Edin. Time when I'm registered on different. But it's system. Me say it's follow. Say, my.
End of day. So I printed the list.
It's of a man who saw Mudin that day. I printed out. Me say Obenya will be Edin baku near.
And it affects the number of persons that are registered.
You see. Say back up total number. If say be a 50.
Yeah.
So that's why we do reconciliation after print out. Oh, that is in fact when the officers work underground. Oh yeah, they work and that press. We're not anything a deal way. Everybody say machine and print here. See that now a generated numbers I will be on for card movie, but a generated numbers are more. A mom time model register here.
Different.
At a different time.
The same person.
The same person. In fact, the next idea, Baku Pierre or even number 1, and a Baku number 2. 1, 2, 3. But time difference woman. 6 times a year one.
Okay.
Boom. So
when you know some of the issues are.
Most of my issues are. And now, you see, before then we raised issue with Electoral Commission. Say register number 2023 after exhibition. No, a man for DMB anymore. But they argue. That they say, register one of my any day, and the final register. Me say they be the money my as a final register. Yeah. Preliminary assessment, you know. Then you say a man for bidding and you but in card. But they see this registration. Those people now start going. So letter commission, instead for them to come out to communicate to the public, say they be one colon. They are only telling the officers, so be bana oktakada, one after exercise. So after this exercise, letter commission will open the centers again. In some of the areas, they did not any register no but card. To go to the center now to put their hands on the verification, to pop out to give them now Mudia register no more.
And no, is there anything wrong with it?
Okay, card. We didn't register no more.
Say maybe a problem, challenge.
Okay. Say before the assembly elections. So those people didn't vote in assembly elections.
And one more.
You don't mean to Abba. Because
we didn't register.
Because you can hold a card. But one, maybe you double registration. Yeah, you would free more. But that time you have more card. So you can hold a card. Into card now, let's say because what slow the card into to Abba.
Okay. Yeah, because who register offline now?
Yes.
When to me who say
why into look at double registration, I'm going to duplication we are. Who card who card no but yeah you dey register more. So the same thing so now obi a okita card 6 term no anti-mem printing the register no you be to Abba. Okay? Okita card. Into Baba say odi nimu. Okay? Saudi no, they have now come to agree say issues we have to solve. In fact, when we raise this issue at IPAC, I did almost catch and say, China, this registration we are. Name exhibition any issues waiting on boom back. So we can correct the register. We accepted it. This is how stakeholders work. Say a best say a minus sika name say auditor register. Come and do registration. Come and do exhibition. So let's lump all together and do one. But these are some of the issues. But we are going to do exhibition. Now the only caution we are giving, say exhibition we now obi download do register no one. Want to the bundle register here because that time no, no opportunity again to come and do exhibition. I hope you understand me. Because young who say first one is here after exhibition. I will be downloading no. I got upload do sa register to print no.
To print.
And now these are issues in the So what 6 time no mistake in the that's what we are going to understand. At least somebody should be able to tell us, say, Obi and is a uniform. And I say, 6 term no and our problem. If it is a problem, how do you resolve it going forward?
Okay.
How do you resolve it? So there are issues. But at the end of the day, all of us want it better. Yeah, in a penny because I did register so
okay.
Obi anymore. In fact, I think 1 hour or so. 900 people. Names cannot be found in the register. In fact, the bill crap or no register no more. Obi and challenge no. Obi any bibia in registration. But they got to about assembly election and the BIA PA exceptional list no more, which means you challenge your double registration. But nothing, in fact, nothing shows that.
Okay, you're not Madi Jibril, Deputy Director of Elections at the NDC, National Democratic Congress. On na getting command. Madi, what time now?
Oh, that baby, so we can say about you. Me about. Who's having about pound?
Me bro. Honorable Clement weekends is that I make our own so.
Who's having about?
Yeah.
But one friend no. So on be share me ha.
On bro.
Oh, that we can say.
Okay, because when you know, because honorable weekends, Rebecca UTV, and a Madi Jibril, so another appointment on those who call. The more Munina at your government say, Yago and Madi Tram Kakra. Honorable weekends,
Major,
Ben Wakwaba,
Major,
you have a code. Ben watch it. Was that to be a would remark crack a cray? And a Madi canoe.
Madi.
No, when you are no say who rema there abo who kakra.
Mate.
At the same kind you kwa fumo no.
Mate.
Aya who no just who.
Enya nyamedi. Ade ba ko woni say anka ne bre a ana mango ne bre a obi na nante kwase e na okote. Enti ende ma musuro.
Oh yo. Eh also wabu back as you. Honorable Clement weekend.
Some mango di ande si o.
Eziwa.
Na abre.
Ana abre. E je do obi kwase e na akwa.
Enti wa wo person di aka ni bi ana
jo kwase.
This all kwase.
Okay. Mate was here. Atebani ebube.
Oba chere say. Una constitution dey say on.
Me mpa church.
Osi ni mango na plenty constitution no.
Me see me mpa church.
Mese Matthias. Okay. All right, but I was about to say.
Amazon dey so ni say Ghana dey. Is it so far so good? You be create state no. Me sure say Amazon man you be create first.
Sir.
You be the national state for. Amazon man you be create first.
That's right. That's right.
Me chia yet for nyina.
Eti for jo so pa.
Me buy ha check.
Yes.
Na me ni idea me ni. Tama na me wo position ya na me chia no. Na me wo position na me kɔ ne dua na se.
Oh, okay. Eti ene. The full run no so
abana. Full run no na me do me fu a. Wo na me chen sa ka che me say.
Okay.
Matia no wa do ne kama. Na nka so frem na me wiem. Efe.
So ba ona
ko hu. Me say fo mo de me hu de onam kwa no so.
Wetwa. Tell me say wetwa.
As nya no.
Registration exercise cause registration exercise na cause one masama.
E ko yie pa. Me nkasa.
Masama na esa mafo ba pay so me nya message me esa one ba pay so adan.
Me nkasa ma yisi. Na me nkasa ntia yisi. Yisi institution na oye na twuma.
Yeah.
In fact, Jayon mi say Nyankopon on chade. Nyankopon nkasa. Dabi. On chade.
The reason is
Nyankopon shira. No dia fa nipa so. Na nipa chade.
Yeah. It's true.
Eti COVID ba yi. Omampeni na ado danko akofo ado. Adwinkese. Opening doctor a enyina ye hye na se no. O kan say me pese me chenkrofo aduane mo mudi. Se nyo omampeni na ado na di aduane ne chi no o che. O di fa me so. Nti na ado ye mfa ne so o ye nipa, o ye Nyankopon. E na me ye nipa. Nti Nyankopon hira obi a. Na Nyankopon di afa nipa bi nso. Na o di ade na chew. Na me kan be si say yisi. Se Onyankopon ye wo sa no a onipa na obemu wadi yie no nkasa ntia no jaye wuti we se Onyankopon hira wo na unim se osomasi sa nipa we ena metime nya me hira na fini nsem a ye nkasa ntia sa nipa
okay
ena ye ntu no punum oba obebom no abie no no watena se nti Onyankopon onchade ohira na de ntia me se me nkasa ma yisi na me nkasa ntia yisi ni se de me hu ni de mete na me meka obisa Amasaman first so far so good Amasaman you register by 5,600 and something na just so sure the whole Ghana kwa ye top Kwabri East and nkomo di chief route say 5,000 something or so
okay
na just Amasaman ye top kra no na me de me ni die ni say first day second day no ye nya problem kakra. But we were able to overcome it because say you see for cancer on by we no man ye. So we can't on by we no man ye. Media the minimum say me register for or mobile. Na Jarunim say we share you see for Juma no mo ye nesisi ano a. Amasaman. Sanka day on me to register 1,000 am yanka be. A day bia. Jaru tell me ye there.
Ethiopia.
A day bia say nipa ne go no. Say you see for me to register 1,000. Anka yen benya nipa omo register omo as 1,000 but a day no omo register man abru so aye 300 350 enu che say nipa be 2,000 and I said 3,000 and I said 1,500 no mo ba ho that day no dodo no a be kofie na o masa ba later obu ho ba ku mienu miensa na still na enu ni so a no apa ba ni nyina mu no hwe no ma yetimi register ne che say me de me hu ni say easy for o ma ye dwuma because baby amete na me di kama asem na ye ka information me nua ye ka information bi aba ahia ma na nipa ba ko ni din epie enan na de me da o kan woni say with different ID numbers majority I say ahia man for nipa 10 na ho a ye Mamudu Seidu nipa 10 etimi ko baby faako ye Mamudu Seidu sa 10 but that say Mamudu Seidu but em say ka em just say ka omo ɛka ɔmo nsɛm ɔmo kɔ IPAC na ɔmo akɔkɔ bisa sɛ ɛyɛ dɛ na Mahmood Seydou nko aba 4 with different ID numbers nti ɔmo kɔ ɔmo misɛm yie Mr. Mahmood Seydou eba 4 with different numbers
and ususu say den
say edin no back McJerry who di McJerry me di McJerry obi nso di McJerry and the enya akọ one center na akọ register nti me di na be say because first McJerry be register na but the most important thing is the ID number is different nti wo de omonko bisa na yenhwɛ mu yie na yehu de be ye na de nti ameka say de nyankopon be fa ne so e be hyira wo no yenkasa ntia no ene yenka yentu no prim ni say Mr. Menu NDC for say the more stakeholders here, menu abaya. Menu do abro. In the next 32 years, nyame o madum na so mba power. On pe be financial. So, on pe be financial mame. Eti no say ye ka asem na say ye ka asem yisi de adwuma no mo ye. Say beginning o mo so ye wie limited registration na ye mfa 2 days ye mfa 3 days into so me nu mi no ye nya ya na nko mo di 1 week ato so me nu ati hei onye ya na nka di 1 month ko ato so enu nti na me die de bia me say sa limited registration me nko am mfo aso majari utie mi die utie mi anasa mo be o de
ade na mfo aso
de ntia me mfo aso ni say manya 18 years enne yesi maintenance ya 2 years time ansa na metimi akọ yisi na makọ register se metimi ato aba mi hu anu anka mi nya 18 na enne no anka metimi akọ yisi for office yisi nya institution na yentu adwumayefo ka wo yentu adwumayefo ka and what is the problem before Africa de bia de no ma be chichi ye hu saa odwe ho a onti ase ya bi office amobi majari mo office ha de bia mo medwuma
ya papa
na easy one office uko district bia omo office wo o kan kwe south o kan kwe central
north and central
na never say omo ko easy for office wo no mo ko ye nti se mo fi say e ho no betimi aba je be ni limited ya ye di ha ne pa adwin no nti no party political party afa no say wake up we be jira wa ya hwe wanim ne wotiko ayese wo ye NDC ni ye hwe wanim ezo ye MPP ni na nu so adani challenge bi wo registration center adani ntokwa NDC 40 million aduane besi wo na MPP fo so aduane besi wo no obi na oba be tro ni din no wanya advantage of eating twice that day no edidi wa ha no je no obo se no osa yeso wanya yen Chazo wanya yeni o ya manage ya nedi na we have friend ni o ko di ade tensity na fafa kai na we so have friend o ko ade tensity na onu akoko nso wati koko we Asem enti majari me die yisi die me say limited registration me mikra me ni baby
sa continue registration no
aheden
na obi sa aheden anya mo a mo amanyofo ya
na se me ya manyoni na metia na meka me ya mo hwe yesi na do me nkoti argument bi a and yes that there NDC for ebe employ bi e wo yisi office nyina it's not true ye ni aya de na mana yesa in fact obetimi abase ni pa be 1000 ni pa 1000 no do o mo call station wono so beto aba ma so mo ntu aba ma unim
and they true
na no obi ko fa ayi okita car fa 11 or 12 yibi na car no ko si wona nkofo ndo mo fu car o mo gina o mo ye be 17 no mo wura ka no mo hu kire mo na ba ko bi na obi ka to mo se o mo ko amonye se akwa ba ko timudin wo se nti anu nti no be fa ye ye de ye wo party dada o
oza
ye ni ba bi e beto akọ mi wa anu akọ se o mo odi o mo eba enye so ba se o mo fi ebia different district o but ebia the same district no na odi o mo ba keke chese akwa nse mu chese onunu kwa so akọ form onu so we ntimi ensi o mo na so rap o mo kaka ebia na nyame na de wo na out of 50 no enya 2 ewo mu a nti jali die nko na ye pray ye hu sa ye die nko a ye eduabo ewo Ghana na Africa America constitution ni omu democracy no omu ye no say ye hwe ne yentimi a my yen kase be follow because we can't follow them and we are not chasing them too, so we will never catch them. Jadi yet Asem and every 4 years be ani atwe na ya kanipa bom me se ko hwe nipa mo say say nipa bo api so nipa ye wi afa ne ye be ye transfer
and transfer class no so chance ye etuada na Thursday
say ye wi Saturday no ye wi Wednesday
na Thursday na de chi na
see enu kwa be ye worse than this
transfer ne de yes
enu be ye worse than this because maybe am meeting ne de me hu ni say enu be ye worse just that onipa na we transfer no ne ma mienu na enya 18 eti transfer we ni be do so asen omo ye registration we on be do so asen transfer because if you na motimu no papa ne maame no ma wo miensa onyeba ne ba ko enya 23 ana 24 one register last time no ena ba ko enya 22 ena samia ye kase ba ko so enya 18 nti miensa ne nyina ebe wa ko register but transfer ne de na me so mu nyina tu efi ba bi akotena ba bi nti no papa ne maame ne pe ena on be yo mo transfer nti eye 3 against 2 nti ene de wo hwa transfer no en no so ti say we but me say afene nukran so eba mina meti Abekuma West ena ma betena amasaman ena yisi for war office wo me wo my ID card e chese me to aba me ye panin me ko a me say ma betena ha ma address ni me pese me sisa me vote no efi ha na me di ba ha eno so yese me ntwen na ma me 2 days na mpanimfo ya kai adwua bom ni enyi akotena fa ko ne mfifire tie 2 days bill because me transfer. So man to me anya transfer
for how long?
16 days.
16
no,
days.
me the example be.
Okay.
Na say me fit takrade na mba na say man to me anya transfer no. I don't do say me fuka akota krade. Na me koto aba no and into me nko. Into be say yet me register enipa by 27 million. Ye beto aba na ye nya 14 16 18 million. How? Me mom dia me say me ni yisi nyadwe me nka se me ni political party bi anyadwe yo yisi for omadwuma eye omo e na omadwuma limited registration dey omo famra nem anka papa we ho hanu nkotu ka nkochinchin na na eni person na register wa ha eni person na register wa ha eni person na yesi wa ha die be ya ni say limited registration no political party bi ya wo pa obetima yo with timetable say every month bi ya no anka obeko office akobisa say so far so good enipa sen ena bia o ma register say o manya more than 18 obetimi dey ayo calculations na ye and this time around I thank God say MPP no more ye na NDC for so ye bi dey be boa ye
ano ye den
oh say vigilant oh yeah I mean ye hwe no mem ye make sure say ade we ye na ti say wait to say yempese bewie ni akogyan ba bi ni akase ade na nko yie omusu ye the same thing me come fi asem o bebi am wo no sa omubo omo homode yensu ebo ehomode nti ye koyanim na won me say no nwanwa obi kase ye nipa ye ya register 3000 obi so say ya register 3000 but you register 5000 so where from that 1000 different are you getting me
okay
just all of us we are confused obi fi say onu na nipa 3000 no enamani so na
ana okay odo mo ko
and we register them. Another party is fi say onu so 3000 no onu so enamani so me wan ye total ni nyina no enya 5000 nti obaako 1000 de ye hye baako but ofi say onu no nkrofo wagye atom nti wodi no report no akoma ni mpanimfo a ana ye the report bra me a so ya register no 5000 but ye wo mu be 2800 are you getting what I mean calculation will be higher.
And because of some more facilitating more
to aba. Into no person making sure say or the report no bar on can't any party ni say ni padu do say enema ene yetimi atro mudin. Ni nwanwa sango bia timi yesa ade anka ba no ya to awie o. Okay ato awie. Because time wodi take away the money pano. Ah oni ni kasa no waje wo so. When so kwa take away no obedi no ono so waje no so nti nipo ba ko pe wato aba ne tu e wa police station registration center wa watu twice
baseno
kra nua abani die me apak die me normally no omukọ apak me nkobi me tie chire mo omukọ ba eni etie ne ekoso die yisi ye no we are stakeholders ye shareholders say ye mfaso bi ne eba so wa ye nyina ye beche but both sama na oti ho ne say me pese me yes yen yes ye ntiase political parties yes ye ntiase ye di subo no bebo no ade no ekochi mu a the first day internet yin adwuma ya tena say have to be one and say no mo start ye bibi me bisa say enipa 100 na o man ntimi register am at that time no e dey na besi say an commodity to office say net no tikodi a yenye offline an ke tikoye no an komo hase e offline no but ye tena say be almost 4 days and na adwini ba say
Mamonye offline.
Yenye offline. Inti instant say anke betimi register ni pa be 300 and something a day. Ne ye almost 60 50 for 4 days no.
Yeah.
Inti we ran lost at that moment. Ya enya mfaso bia wo so. Inti na memeji tum say sanka yem political parties no. Anke ye beti ase dia 2024 dia aye late. Ye beto abana wie. Dia wie a afei yenyi ntum say sa limited registration omumma yenye no continuous registration enu ntina sesi aye ka say if it next month or so next say you work line na
Obenya na Ghana card number
eti onu obenya 18 no nyo bi kwa na beka chance wenya 18 system no one na be piano so wenya 18 system no beka chance say masa wenya 18 nti uko bebe no the ID card ma your boy within papa age will be our status will be our so nti nyo bi na beka chance wenya 18 nti enko ba say obi over 14 years and na obi ka chance say ko register because osonwa jai entafo mi enu no a ba ko ye footballer na ba ko eye business no the oye business ni ka ba bi eni ye no obituary eni ye retire down 34 years the oye footballer no so or under 17 or no bo under 17 enti entafo no ye ho ba ko e ma years ni to mu ansa na eye ye ana
Asem is only in Africa.
Only in Africa. So surprising. Obaku so do airport omutu kwa ya feel say yawo or under 17. And no catch the coach ni say coach, is my wife how. There so sa kofi. Na koko am coach ni show ni mudi was what na where the view say. Was the coach na so mo na mudi mami.
Under 17 and wife how.
The wife how. And no catch a coach ni say na so mo na mudi mami. So Africa, we need to be smart. Yeah, tsa baby aye wono. Yeah, I mean adwemu. Yeah ni mwade o, onyase yeah ni mwade o. Yeah, you share dey wa outside nyina ya nim nofo ni to a. Do ni kura dey obetro exam sa. Okita laptop to say dey okita wi. Otimi gogo. Topic na obetro no obetimi ahwe so nyina wo exam room. Me ni ase otimase. But obibini a ono no otro exams no, ye fe no true and poor. What chagutim nti mrofo ne yanimade se omo na omo no omo nya ade ba ko na omo di ye adwuma omo ti omo ho ase nti omo di ye adwuma se woni bro ni ti classroom amocho exams obo no afa laptop ni wo hwe so ya ma no kwan obetimi agogo topics na wo tro ni nyina but near law no ka che woni say don't copy what is there on your sheet but they want you to omo person who say you have understood what you are writing that's all. But Ghana, you true mpo to PhD. Na nipa na true ade no na ne ti mo aye dudu no. Oba back to the field ne yaka so onye adwuma so a na dane asem. Engineer, oye kwan ni wi na nso ta kwan no so. Nso, sa engineer no bisa ne qualification na masa. Broni na o first degree no kra ya de sen no. Adenti, ene ye wi. Mesre, say se de menu ekan e maka me se min kasa ma yecd e na min kasa ntia wo mo na mom omunya the writing omunya ade e betimi aboa Ghana fo nyina because mom na mode ye ko na mode ye ba se ntokwa besi kromu a e yisi ntokwa ensi a e yisi e na nyame aye adoma ma NDC na MPP nyina no mo so moja enya sa ade anka sembesi o enya sa anka sembesi ye bu ye ho nso both NDC party and NDC because me mame na chi baba NDC na me nso me MPP nti ntokwa na ye wakoko no ye du fie a ye wakoko ni sen abuji napo ni Samuel Jinapo ayi omutiti musa nti agenti ne yebeko ye nkoda na mmom omo nti ase na omo wo fom ho no ombeko ama moje apie na ko wie akira ye sei nti me de mesre say yisifo they should do the right thing omo dum de ye omo go nyina obia wo ni PhD dodo no awo mo PhD o dodo na de bia apak no die nko apak nso betrans no mo ka asam nso a upa no by law upa no beji atum upa unyintum no mako kasasa no masori edu be kura nkofo mo ko off kaka me boa mo 3 years no mo nko apak meeting mo ko off na Manchester ni Real Madrid ebo football match na yi Manchester apebe bi atena na Real Madrid for to na goals yi ni edigumu sa edigumu wie ya afi no mo se oni ya mra ni mehwe se goals na ya share ni nyina no ebi ya offside ana ebi ya die ana ebi ya die offside nso ya check ya ba bi a wo gina ani ba bi a wo opponent ni gina no eno na maye hu se ball na share no e your offside uso at that moment no uni park ni so bi nti be de no wa check say ade ni offside nti je me da mesra yisi mesra mo adwuma na mo ye ni de ekoyie me de ekoyie ma me esan say you register
but what share Amazon I said the amount for cash on my bar pay so ho no as I received I want to confirm no so 2 days extension e betimi akoba
oh enu nti omo di machines ni be kan
be kan
nti
okay
no 2 days yeah me see omo ma ye 1 month kura kan ho a still obi wo want me register
all right
ana me nua me boa omo ma ye 1 month kura kan ho a obi wo want me register enu nua me nua panika wo parliament no disenfranchise majority as here
okay
obi wo want me register e nipa ni photo ana say one photo because we bus center ho be 3 times say nanka ye ho say nanka omo ko be 4 places a omo register wo say ana nunka ho biomo 2 days nyanka ho nti yese wo fi ba bi e fe ho otaten
na wo ba
registration center ho it is a political party bi faka no call otaten no sha say no park no mani banso e be ka ni say o ba sinkrofo
it is hard and them say easy now so they create abenu political parties na mo so mo ba sinkrofo
yes you want the budget but yeah registration omo for mo budget ni nye adwuma me that is what I know because political parties ni so yenso ye pay ho asem ni akọ rent car ni ya say ni ye yisi fu adwuma ma omo anke ye shopa yisi na nke yeso omo di car kosisi point na omo ka say wa o person o ba register no yeah na be register enya political party
it just say yisi you should have sponsored
100% sponsorship
transportation no and facilitate
facilitation
yeah
but don't think Mike what them me you say
be microphone
sa issue went na ye ka say machines no and don't for machine no enko be won say work kasa no also move for how to reach centers in there omuni for instance to free say sam e dey ba amasama to register so would need say motivation be umba
but I don't know money was that the man
that you say me one no
the extension
no say you want me and chiro ni din e be binti o na show so be sansa mewo e ba cost no kwa a wo di in case of chiro din and those who write their name around this time now no they are youth I mean I'm your youth they want you to be 24 yes they want you 24 but 18 19
and now go so many years one throw the din and no one can say this me ba betro me din akwa bia kotena Japan sa afi no waba Ghana na wo hwe ne ti wuni nani mo sa afi no waba betro ni din a me say we what Japan na odi atem say man nkoso na wo na honto aba na man nkoso man sa no waba ade bi wo hon so hwe ni but say edu baby na ye to aba na nkofo kasa me dey me hu ni say whether we like it or not no Ghana there were 2 political parties you sponsor this program other parties you say 18 political parties say omo de omo so obi ku atwam ho na obayeden o ye ne ye adwuma ma omo wi anu aka che ne say nkofo beto abama no me can other political parties
I agree
but I don't blame them so no one small say
so no small say on so small say ko ba fi obi
bra no kan che say ko ma bi obi aduade una wo ye wadwuma
sorry say
o de because we yan komodie
o fa ye registration of late, current registration because of Ghana card. The Ocho de Jimbiano is just for voting. You see, yes, only for voting. Previously, card now Interman are motivated to go and register.
But say card name for
voting. So 1 year effort to motivate the people.
I'm not for control because after all, one to a background.
Yes, it's education. It's about education. You don't say you can say by NCC. You can almost 60 no more. Educator man for a child for so war elections. In fact, many people feel say about me better me do no me yama. Okay, say.
I said so I am.
So I think that yes, other countries like US have advanced. Maybe I could do no. They see elections. I am right. I make to Aba. Okay, it will take us time because when we compare ourselves to Americans,
yeah. America for independence 17.
And America too. Oh, we can see.
I'm 17
years elections.
And no independence.
100 years democracy. In fact, we are improving faster, but it need more education. It was a time. Okay, so how many times you see NDC MPP Giorgio before? I'm telling you, 192. We started in the 2. They say yeah, for Republic. In fact, it was difficult to see the Giorgio NDC MPP. But today you find a typical program. Let me say, me call them. If me get a meeting, we can say, but previously, it will be difficult for you to have that kind of. So I think we are getting somewhere. I think that as of mine, we are getting to a point. Among four, we are appreciating. We are getting to understanding. Say, I am right. Among four can speak their mind. It will get to that point, but it is all of us to involve to do that kind of education, and that is what I see. That if you look, I've been to Liberia. Oh my dear, 222. So kasa. It's happening in Liberia currently. It's happening. In fact, I'm coming back to papers. Someone print to Liberia.
Azanji.
So this issues, I believe that we are improving. We are improving. Again, also about this conjoint registration. In fact, almost all political parties are due to move because they are here in the year 20.
Continual registration.
Also, in fact, before the 2016 elections, there was a conjoint registration. But political parties due to say, okay, because there are some laws that govern registration. Say, be an agent to be also challenged on those things.
Mono has a bit put pressure on more.
So that be agent Asem. So who register?
Yeah.
I'm going to register no to rates. First one when you are registering, very important to register. So people go and register. But there will be exhibition time. Now, exhibition now. Then all of us get the register and then I call register no more. Then again, every Friday, every month, Friday of the month. In fact, so 2015, they are about, they throw about 622 names. 622. And so now, almost say there are challenges because you have to also look at the CIs to be able to get these things right. In fact, we'll get to that point because almost all political parties are calling for your friend saying conjoint registration. As he explained, you can, in fact, this thing happened in 10 elections, in general elections. But when you start educating people to have the courage, say, okay, make control meeting for elections, we'll engage the people after those issues.
Okay.
So, control registration there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will get to that point.
But I say, because of time, you move on quickly. Now, I'm commenting on other issues. Of course, but over Facebook, about Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Okay, Abbas Amogobo say, let's all come together and vote massively for John Dramani Mahama for a better life. Dr. Bawumia is only known with a deception. He has no solution. Crespo Fufu. Also, Ghanaians prefer free SHS and digitalization policies to 24-hour economy policy. That is why Dr. Bawumia will break the A come December. In October, Osei McJ, I'm watching live from Asamaika, say, great my boss for me, Ma Jibril. God bless him. Musa Abatwa said, we are calling for an independent probe to establish the fact or otherwise of the claim by the witness that age is pressurizing him to give the false testimony. And Saudi Bantamasi this has never and ever will present competent leaders to lead their party because there is nothing like competence in their party. Thank you. Jerry. Thank you for the good work. So you work from Monday to Saturday. Now they only we have to do every Monday to Saturday. Saturday I mean Monday just say Betty Amenechi. And I'm here to my Monday to Saturday. Okay. Honorable weekend. So far, share some of the issues are also especially within this week. There also a court. Effort to force in the same day no honor. What's he saying and na eto? Now, may pick your comment also on the publication of the KPMG report. Which Dr. Mahmoud Baumia kaya ye was the kaya for Pama Sama.
No, I'm not really.
Okay.
Not really.
May pick your comment on that.
Medasi. Court to the end of the Minkabi. No more, no more commas. Maybe I'm going to be fan of Mumfa. So be control, be transfer, be than you. Maybe I did back home and say, when you put the transfer, as you transfer no copy mobile.
Okay.
Because Uber than one day as a full basic. And intro the imperil my life. They told me no KPMG as no. I mean, I think I'm very no memory. Until me comment to Hono and no crano limited. Because in person me tumboase. Na me share.
Now we read them here.
But
the generic question I be Sandy say, fighting against corruption. Also, my penny say na confer report. Even media foundation. And yes, on farm about.
No, yes, on farm.
Or the mrakwain so a RTI law no. Your report here says a report to be one as all the baby be disturbed quote in.
Yes.
And to say what the baba later review article. And other report in the by. Okay, now. Are you transparent?
So be
is it the fight against corruption? Is it telling us something?
Yes, sir, the fight against corruption, say in Africa city, no. Dima ye nyina say ye beji atumusa. But say do baby. Na mpenimfo bi sorry gina na mpese omo ye a ese ye nyina agi tum. In fact, enya menua yi a wote ye de say one day obi ache na de na yɛbɛtwe na court sɛ adeɛ na onipa ne kyɛ wo ne nti no yɛde wo court obebisa no ho sɛ adenti onim sɛ Alexandra na sɛ Virginia mayor obi kɔkyɛ ne cake ma asɛm to no ne birthday ne ba birthday ne kɔkyɛ ne cake na asɛm to no but deɛ me ka ɛfa saa de no ho sɛ nti na me sɛ I'm taking my time ɛne deɛ ɛsi akwan abie report no aba obi atie obeka ne obeka de empese me ka ho asem a me ebebo am sese ye saa kaya ye issue
okay
saa kaya ye issue no nkofo bi ka say oh na Mahmoud Baumia o vision we dey anka ye o but we person say notness ni nyina no
almost
south no mo meye adwuma whether we like it or not they are here sisi aye ka say omo wa ha it's better for you to have a vision than none eti enye so we sit down makaya you for say omo nkodem no mo sore a no masa ko market was say omo ka ko so no mani biom no a training center for them which they have agreed obu ho a waka so won ko training center wa won ko esan say ekwan no na ogina ana say maame na oso ade no ma no a was owie a maame no nka kweti say obeje mesen o na maame na nka say yi ni botom na ode ama no ebu ho a ade no ka na nka yeso ogi be 20 Ghana but maame no yi the person mo a oyi 50 Ghana the man or was any panunku 10 every day and every 2 days biano or 4 monoma or the any budget says no so waka say o kwa ko training no a o hu mfa so e beba so dachi amanunti no no ka wonko onu say kai they are over 100,000
also
correct but says here ne ya sha se a o mampanin abedeche o yes says no
e capture 5,000
e capture 5,000 but Ashiama ne Madina they no ye be influence almost 600 and something nti gradually no e be boa ama sankrofo no so no omanya bibi na omaye se Oka say, oh, and you're not yet true mobile, yet true mobile, yet true mobile. How many years in your career? Na me dey me yakran say kaya you know say enkan kasa. So onipa ne be ma wo so your ba we say kaya you.
And answer
Yo ye oba
okay.
and nu nso ye be ma. Nti aga be ma na ga so no ma no. Aga we so no so ye friend kaya no.
Okay.
But what is
on your way cry na is kaya.
Nti omu nyina aba. Ye mfa hye adwemu nso say sebi mpediasa. Enye notness nko na so no ma wo. Enye omu nko na yes adwuma na omu ye kaya ye adwuma. Enye omu nko ha. Eti se ye hye so anoma ne nketenkete na ye kɔ ne saa ubengu ni se omampanya be de echi na adwen na wanya ne de e adwen papa mbadwa ati ase nti jari me de makama na si e ni papa mu a e adwen papa a odi ye n'adwuma ɔno so nim se e betimi aboa no jari so fi kwa wusa de ho be
dwabe
na pam se mko amene wo ne se me nu mi de ye nya ya na nka ye bibi wo ekuro mu a ebe de di ama ye hu se ye nso kura no ye koye politics no ye di aba ye kuro mu ni nti ni vision nso no ye good eboa no o ti ase eboa no nti o mampanin ebe de ekire me ma na yiko e wo na adwuma pa o ye menim se na tie bia no bibia be si ye nti no nti don't worry o mampanin ebe de ekire ni vision ni perfect
okay
me that's it
all right Madi
Magdalene oh emi de pan say Wilkinson say Godfred Odame kululu awodi yewo
kululu ni ede
kululu ni say original court onankasa original court
masa
o so nkasa
no we see but we see eya wo dey say me see
amanka no na bia want say
oh we see
but Madi
no he made a statement we see me see eya ni dey say Godfred Odame me see Godfred Odame ni kululu na wo ye no your statement ni ye
kasaye Madi kasaye
emi de pa say Godfred Odame kululu awo ye e wo court minion say one kan one say
o say ye court
asem
on kan ho asem
me say ye court asem
nti me ye kululu why I conclude so be ye kululu
I didn't work court no
o say
court case ni e koso nsema e court so nsema e tia e be kan one asem ye tie no and na witness e wo e dia ye bonu kwadu e wo court no atron general e ka say say na wo kasa no on kasa en ma dia ye ka asem atia no wonya asem and no sorry ka say judge I didn't tell asem papa we kasa asem we no because only my kasa say min kasa 70 obi otubo so on kasa wo so on
masa se bi anka wo beka ne janu di anka but wo di fan chen di anka kasa wo di fan chen ya there's a letters e wo mu a so opese ye nyen kasa asem na ye beka
honorable member Madi
o say o friend no aka say one kan sem ma antia
emu ato force that's the accused person
they are all what can asem no attorney general e wo court ho one kasa yesu de etia say wo your system no say silence means then
sa
silence means then
minim mente brofo
the court de nyesa na kire
tie
court silent mean consent in the whole
tie so court na ka asem na wan ya
document
wan ya no na wa ba asem a wo aka no obegina bonti say afida me chiro say asem na asem a mo ka na me ye ndi so ano papa no kesa en wa yina no o court asem ma Godfred e chiro no wo chiro ye ndi so ano enye papa na asem na wo ka ana onya sa papa na asem na wo ka wo no gina ho no he didn't say anything about it but you see if it happened to be so this is dangerous for our democracy. It's dangerous for democracy. But for now, it is Godfred word and the person who said it. As at now, dear, he are near our courts. In fact, as I'm out my judge from meeting service judge from Mukotina Echo Chamber. I will look at Kasaya, some by his and I didn't see.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Ebia, Muko, and I'm very such a ludim. I didn't want Monka, we have some Mumbra and Monka for Ebia Salamoyo. Because when court judges call you to chamber, they are no one back on when you come out, you don't consider certain issues. So what I say. But so now these are the issues I ever and it's running to now. NDC will come out on Tuesday on some press conference by Tuesday on Wednesday. Within this week, they will come KPF issue that Amudi we never out. In fact, Ronaldo is not fighting corruption. It took pressure to ask for this document and Ronaldo where a corruption. In some own farm bar to create problem, some idea how be born mine. But when you get a sika will be ever kutu sika. Contract now and yes, for document let and bring brand who say as a moment penuchina so kasi yemfa contract mamono. Sana. Because you are my and you know in your field.
But some Peñano conduct or share you say ABM the phone, yes, sir.
And then we see work share so Muyanegas idea, yes, shall we say, yeah, you talk about Mauno. And if you fear property, keeping Jimmy Juma no more Ronaldo, you fear a Juma, I fear property. Yeah, and a man is out to me, so 1 year Juma May. And I besides, I do not hear no mayor. What's it mean? No, the question law was it. Law say, I didn't affect ye. And find how if you're February. This pressure caused him the Ronaldo now to bring it out. In fact, about out, one who's a document, no, for now, you come on some to your tax. To your tax. Penny ye pesika. Now Udi Obia 1 year tax. These are people you are encouraged. Ronaldo be chop paper and encourage you. After reading all these ones, say to your tax. Ronaldo came out and commended them. Say, "Juamu yano." And the kwanswa meboa. My Jerry. Ronaldo read the document. No one abaso. My Jerry. Penny read the document that report. No. After that, one company na abaso. My Jerry, me no bonko.
Obonabazu saying,
okay, Jumamu yano. Omanya from Sobia.
Na so be Ejuma so Ejuma do aye Ejuma. Ejuma na wa Ejuma na wa ye no wa.
Say someone to tax I was saying trouble so. These are the things Penny again, these are documents the contractor parliament approve. Penny wow. Also a friend say to fight corruption. Kululu inti Ronaldo 1 month found parliament approval but the contract was given.
Ronaldo no more you Kululu.
Now one Penny.
And on what can say
these are issues are cabinet. These are cabinet issues. These are cabinet issues. He's the chairman of the head of cabinet. And I was misled on this one too. So, okay, because we're here by until now, no, it came from pressure. We have no option than bringing it out. He has no option than bringing the document out. Until I'm born about so, a pressure, you're born if a call for that document to come out. Again, is it because of Governor Adamas America and Agyeman? It is still Asem. You better in a bomu. Siditi issue, you better bomu, you better. Yeah, this is a woman for me being tricky. This is a wagadrig of your choma Jeffrey and Omunjai. Sa all tactics in your chum. You better sit Asem. Branch up as a becker. You better wear Asem. So those issues will not stop us from it. So, Ronaldo is corruption. Why, yeah. Oh, corruption now. Oh, he's the head of corruption.
Why not the head of
Ronaldo? When it comes to corruption, and the person who always happy say, "Who corruption?" But no, the or don't let that trauma say, "Me doba." This is the part issue. No let an say, "My DS is let the part." Let alone what keep let know. I don't keep let know. Oh, let alone what keeping record there. One tear says I don't my penitential letter. I don't my letter. What my dear is that a part. Then to the one tear you what's settling down. Yes, I know ye.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, yes, sir. With the minimum.
Also, minimum pa.
Oh, my dear.
When it was all there now, we'll buy. Yeah, diabolical.
Who letter?
And that and there's a journalist, the after.
And now I circle hot to all.
But how do you mean circle? Yes,
Jerry. But so these are the issues.
Okay.
On the issue of Kayayi. They can throw figures. But you see, 7 years, when he came, he told us, what the economic boosts be banned off from region now, will be migrating by and be okay. Because he's coming from, he's the right person from the north than John Mahama. The policies don't really ban will be free north and be swear they will have you. Now, it's catch almost said me vision, I mean, want to say, Moon free north and be brain bra. My sit down, mobile car you. We are not best. That's the meaning of what he's telling you. And then, yes, sir. Because if you want to do vacation now, If you want to do vocation.
Oh, na unti ase kase unti ase ni enche wase. Unti ase. No, but unti ase enti na try exam say you fail. Obi e be obekọ exam room ma try exam so obekọ say okwa ko fail. But unti ase ya. Unti ase. Obe fail. Nti ese be be na no wa fail. Wa fail.
Okay. Where do the people come from? What encourage them to come here?
Most of them from the northern part.
Okay, why are they coming here?
Answer for greener pastures.
So if you put a system that will make them stay, will they come here to carry things?
But say who be sa? Adenanya happen. Ebe northern region honankasa no. Womo ekosi eye big center wo ha be accommodate man for cry.
We see airport yendi. Oko endi eka che man ni so me see airport amamo. Intro way. Intro campaign intro way. And I will do the Asem. Oh, Asem even yes sir.
Oh.
But me kasa me fanya Bible case.
Bad.
Me see
what they have
said. Mustation na Asem oko kacha mo say, "Pa lugu I West region. Why we? O ma commission."
Wankasa.
Ayi Magye.
Wankasa wa Magye.
Masa mi kasa no kura wo se mi ma wo bam. Nti mi nso mi bam. No, we nya ko mi nso mi kasa bi a chere.
Oni wo se da kasa. Mama
Palugu dia na enuka na me wo.
Wo se wakade na enso na continue.
Because wankasa yaya wi.
Wakade.
Let me quote it. Into the main set. I'm a quote to actual no. Sadio, okay. Osei, it will be prioritized. It was say Baumia vows to prioritize Walugu Dam project and tackle energy challenges with solar. My zone line. What call a Ghana web?
Headline, okay.
Walugu multi-purpose dam. We will do it.
Oh, who can headline?
Baumia assures.
Who can headlines?
Any headline they describe.
No, any headline.
Anything me person me can't say no.
Let me give you.
Masa, you don't have anything to give. You don't have anything to give.
Only say about me. Masa, no region for say.
Masa, minimum sa. And
that's all crowds.
Do you me call? Metia. Masa, you go. You be
say the NDC members in Parliament support the project, beginning. And this project they are going to do it within 24 months before 2020 elections. Okay. Go and check whether anything. I say, I thought you were going to play the voice now. I thought you were going to play that one. When it will be headline. Sure. Who go graphic actual be or graphic about register topic and in them.
And then the Troy. And then the Pan Troy.
I thought who can be because I like the way you use your words. Who say you want to quote, use your quote. I don't try your quote.
Bankasa quote.
What's the matter?
Mese me tell dia.
Okay.
Story no how.
Tell me again. Headline now try
my Jerry Nitamason.
So what they cancer dia. The video is available.
Masa woni asembia Nitamason. Oni asembia.
Any nsema work. Anybody me ko hu asofo ka chem say.
But I don't know you to be that too. So attacking the person as I know. I will come there. Please don't do that.
About me call no feel that catch say. O no feel the papa ni e change o mahama. Baumia.
What asema?
This travel thing. Are you master? Asema work Baumia call no feel region. O say only there where no feel am me no contest election so. Baba ko nsem fata for 8 years. Ono na say fata. And this is talking if I'm telling you of him, what's your name? When I'm dealing with that man, I can't work vacancy. Me anybody na okasa na me can asem. Ono na me can asem. O can vision me can vision na me can asem. What's your name bonedi? Member why? Member Magari say Magari na o ka asem no. Magari uno ka kire pastor say mama ntia wo ntia tax. Ono ka say we joker. Uno ka ye. Nya ba o me na ka ye. Say we joker.
Okay, so
a joker.
What's I'm joking?
I am your statement. If you are doing,
I'm contest. Say, this FM, they say, Muya in your ma or mine. Did anybody come and tell you, say,
Omo this year, no marry, Omo Yunzu, or Makoko.
They be fine.
Omo this year, it's a Muna Chosam here. I trust some here, Omo this year, Omo this year, Omo this year.
Pastors. Omo Shadi. I catch them say, tell me who you man, no, me who say, but move to attack. Then went to another area, doesn't clear the guy and say, I was joking. If this man says here today,
Asem na okay. Na you can say obi wa otie say and I'm a journalist no when about way but and it's the same way say Asama wo ana wo flag bearer wanka that's will be babe kashena on my program.
Correct
you.
Talk about
say so Osei Osemo crowd they said dem yam adwuma na exercise nka yetua mo kampo.
Thank you.
That's
one program.
The next
program.
And the next program, is that the videos available? The next program. Mami Minka. What is that, Mami Minka?
Second program,
Mr. Mami Minka. When you are Mami Minka.
Second
program. Now when we diagram me can say na etisan ko mutua omka but
so you want to
Mr. Mami Minka
say obey incentivize the church
Mr. Mami Minka
na me say what's na wo diagro or the concert or a concert person
it's one cancer ma one cancer so when na be diagro na I mean you said that
say me diagro say there
oh one cancer be man cancer when na be diagro
when you are serious thing now
that makes you a joker.
No,
a comedian.
No, I became a joker at that time. And Baumia was a joker when it come to talk
about it. It's a joker.
Baumia was a joker because see, I'm joking.
Masa mani.
This is the same man who says he live in India.
Wow. Omuni Asem biaka biemo. Omuni Asem Magdal me say mani. Ami yatam na so. Obisa question.
The same person with the government push say ye levy. You call levy yan.
What you want to about Mabaumia? Enti no wo dia wo asem be obeka bia no. Eye he. Enti ti am say obi call exams room or exams are feeling. My daddy, my because na me kasa.
And I'm in NDB.
What Asem the way you have no go for you levy. Have no go for we. Enti you go decide and you say. Again you have Obiso you levy yourself. Obiso you levy yourself. Obiso you levy yourself.
And so to so o chairman so mefa.
But you can't do that. But you can't do that.
I will not be surprised. But we will go to Cape Coast. What besides the airport? I say media concert and media.
Okay.
Okay. Obedia.
Honorable case.
Governor Russia for go almost on Ukraine for no.
What is the Russia issue? Governor Russia. Governor Russia.
Baby, I mean, what joker or you concert. And you think I mean Ukraine as a president in the zone say obi a joke
or a comedian.
Eti asem about me aka no. Sebi adwenkase kasa onhwe ne awonti ase at the time woni credit for ni share na o ka asem no e questions ye ba ye na masa me ko church of Pentecost yen asori Pentecost edwuma ye ma oman no me mfa me nko ama so ni nya example enu so na bawumia ejina kasa ya he's right because he kasa Pentecost as a church of Pentecost no your contribution to the nation no e big even your tax credit beto aso anke beto yakra no anka entimi nya sa adwuma no nti obi question obi say out of context and wo kan say mo kura de mo dwuma mo ye no mpodie ene mo a mo di boa no utwe pa de anka ye mo kura ne anka ye etua moka manja utima say ene wo kodu baabi ene wo ka say na asema obi bisa me ya me yi anu ya I to say ne edi agree ene mo de ma for this seriously but wonim omuti wono omuni asem bi aka hwe ye kan obi a ye kan obi a wonni nukure no wonka nukure ba kokura anka ejo mama wonni ma bi a west is more no wono
we weja
so wonni mu project na anka e ba ho o ka project na e ba ho ye kofa guy na ofi Dubai ba ye na odi nkofo no ba ya ye si Hope City e di buy ye no. And you two foundation.
Asa Hope City in there na a private way.
Me say you two foundation. Enye doctor man. Enye me say. Enye
private project.
Me say when you come to attack the other copa. What you have to me say about? What na me say about?
Na but.
What do we call it?
Me say private company kura no. Onu no ko jina ho no kan say. Onu no kan say. Omu be si, omu be fa nipa 5,000. Ye two foundation ana. Ye two foundation. Sebi. Obi a onu oka na asem na oka no. Was it edu baby a as a politicians there ye be twantro kakra na ye de we kakra ka ho. Na ye di nukura no ato baby na ye to aba no wie a no aye we. But me there asem ba ko panya me say MPP we are fighting for the good cause. The reason why I'm saying this is we are moving forward to break the 8. Omunti ono mu no mu no mu so omun kase ba omi ayo trofo omun kase ba omi aye say ye wie a ni en kase o yo trofo ntina o wi ni ye no mu fan court. What do I say? No mu fan court. Am di omunyi mu ano no. Di omunyi mu ani say ye be so ya no pa na ye di obi atem na at the end of the day no the MPP enim ni say ye ko ni say when I say Ghana NDC crowd omunyo option crowd omunyo option crowd say obi be kase ye koto aba mo eyi NDC mo maba ayeba ya nka ye kase attack say attack personal issues there me nyo obi anka me personal there no but it's not bring those issues me fear me call UTV me me anka na ye kwakosia me me anka ye share ho ha we talk about issues. We don't talk about personal issues. Say, obi agoka we nipa no ye trofo. Then you are insulting the person. Meanwhile, that person have a family. It is a wuzuwa. Yes, I told you when you refer to somebody, I will call a name.
Say Hope City.
Me say, I told you when you were saying, me can't tell you. Me sume kabi. Me can't tell.
That be Hope City.
Because me can't tell. Onu no ko tell say abo. It ye choncho sa. Ye nya anuma sa.
Nti ye no ko say Ghana tax me.
So what topic bi a odi ma ya yata maso. Only topic bi a ye ko. Na de omu ni say wonim no obo bi di a me sumo bodi. O pasa every Saturday morning.
O srado we mo comment kakra on we.
O srado ni di.
Na rest no.
O srado say omochi no no. E na o si en comment wo. Oh. Na
say some tata no.
Ain't for tata no.
More MPP for.
Obi di 2 di nechi.
That is what.
Me say obi di 2 di nechi. Obi di 2 di nechi. Ana okotena aka FM na oka asem no. Obi na kama no. Masa say ye ba ha ne ye kasa. Uka che asem wo de men kan sa.
Yes.
Ana me boa.
Yes, papa.
Na me kan asem te say asem a o kan ye tro ya o kan say. Nya sa de nya sa de. Nya sa no. Popsi asem na oka ye no. Me hosting oni me say o ye madam for pa. Popsi asem na oka ye no. Me dwin wan me nti ase. Say ye koto dynamite wo be. Dynamite di pa abo ni normal tofo mu a edi gugbum. What am I say? Ena nipa na waka na asem. Ena national security ehun say no. Ese say e friend nipa na ye bisa no mu nsem. Onu say da be enra na ye friend host no.
Yeah.
Enra na ye friend host no. So no so mechi me boa. Nti no obi ka na asem sa ewi asem ade na enya enye enyina ye condemn say ense se wo kasa sa. But so obi ka na benefit obi say pa eni say asem no oka ne sen so oka ne sen so oka ne sen eni ye. Enye me na me soma no so wonko ka dynamite atemo. Enu akoka na asem eni I invite no. Yankun no. The best way ni say e ka say omo de ni court na ma na koyi na no a okoyi na no na judge no hu say asem no oka ye no. Oh enya asem bia na eja no a eja no. Enti mi wo bisa to asem ni de enya asem a sabe ya na meti okra ya medwen wo ko achi na medwen wo ko animu. Ense ehun nse da hia kase say ye be discussing the term bia because hobsi adoye nim say asem na oka na betim de asem abre no. Years back 2016 2017 2018 Wako yes ade we nyina. You belongs to a political party. Party na odi man no. Who belongs to him no. Say party na suma ma wako yes ah. Da nya na unka wasemo. Na asem to a. Me say ye wo NDC for a. Ye wo NDC for a. Omo amageta ba MPP. Na omo ka omo asem no a. Na omo ka omo asem say eni aye we. Atia NDC yes. eto je bia me ka say by law no sa ne pa no kura no ese say party ne di fa kwan mi so because my judge me fia na me ko fie sese ya on na me ko ye bibi wo kwan no so na me ye in the name of MPP na ma mo pani bia ma ne man kan so bia say hey me ko no we na me ko ye na aboa party ne wo kwan bi so na daati bia nya me mpengu say me MPP dia me fi ho na daati bia no e ko ba ne say mini party ne mu bio na fe ne mba beka say mo kai say enede 25th me ba ni TFM me fi UTV me ko fie no say na me ko ye na me ko ye say eche me sanu ma ne hu hia mfaso bia ni so ene mo o man ni so because at the time now we enjoy any day now if you say you can keep those informations by yourself na bibi na to na de na to na say asemasi ni ye say obi anso so mo say kwana ko kasa ha o ene obi anso bi say o question ye bi say o question say e dia na ekoso ena wo na wo che ekwan a wafa so waboa party no say ame wanim fufuri a wate no ebi wo party no na say no waye insem o kan no say nya na national security for kan say o me yi ano ni insem o kan ya national security for hu say enye no ena o ma fa no so me yi ano nti me min kasa national security for anya de enye MPP as a party na ache no nti so bi kasa obi tata no ena nipa ko na o tata no o mu hwe no enye MPP as a party na tata no na je wuti we so wan show kasa ye no ko ka bibia me ni papa ya otu we ye ba so ya ko ye fra wa ye be ba di adanse ye say eda no so na obisa sa question no de minim na meka enti uti console na chi a na obisa question na obisa question na nipa no deviate a no make sure say obeyi na fi ho because me sure say ye kasa kra no a some minute bi ansa na eko me boa enti yes enti no ma bi wo a esi ensu ehwe ni ye ba obi wo a fame obi wo a okasa na yakohu ni wachi o no aye denyo me say enipa bia onya more than 40 years a kan hu say life aka no enya wo de abia mu
all right
enti bibia wo ye bia no ahwe ho ye because emwa wo china
madi eden na also we enti mo sorry
me tu chama wo operation na mu ye no afi na tam na so mo kan wansem oni mi say wo so there o MPP no o so o say me kasa na akano me kasa pe na adina onim ade o say do ye ka no for us enya de fufuro maye because the MPP
one more to dynamite
omo ade efunu ato o say ye kum nipa da
wo voter
me say omo timi de efunu ato o say onipa ye wu
na mo wo power
me say omo de efunu
na voter region MPs they were quiet
who can say 2020 elections
yeah
a man for the police for the pressure control as kasa obi en fi obi he says say wo ye ebo a man for be PM to aba o ka so say omo ye strategy we were in power when they put in MPPD omo dey efunu to what am for efunu to
MPP
2028 elections yan for efunu to aba say ye ba ama video o say o mo fa ko che say
sad na no question
asem we are working the police for friend the chance on be yi ano a obeka so be tata
because how they are we
asem okay ye serious issue
sa kunkum na
asem okay ye serious issue
ye say efunu amanfo de funu e de toto no dwaben ye kum oba e wo won kran ha sabe na be wo secondary school then
Nigeria atem so ye na
me say dwaben
me say asem na o kan say
say yankum nipo
say china say police for friend say evidence wo
people for the
efunu koto
me say ban ka say
the police will call him to come and answer those questions.
But their voice note, where their voice within the 2808. When the discussion going through, a voice or nobody denied it. Nobody denied it. Yes. In fact, even when they were even seeing who judge the case back on Mano, that life, no master church, case the web or never bought. Yeah, was our voices. Also, the issue now about national security. Oh, WC, they can decide to intimidate us.
Some of us intimidate, but when you asem, and I pass some amount because some okay, and then who's the MPP for nobody now.
Girl, we are some girl now issue jet no.
I didn't know
Oh, the issue ni buy ye bechi ye be. Oh, say I want him until that time. Nanka sin the sin okasa say nakede omeche no to gang him down. You say atono. Oh, say atono. When you were fighting somebody, intimidating Oba because he is speaking her mind. Oh, say atono.
MPP General Secretary Nakochi Hussein Adoye.
Oh, say atono.
MPP Chairman Nakochi Hussein Adoye.
Police name invite.
Police na invite ni pano. Ti say what's more who can say say.
Mami ti wa ti na see ID boss.
MPP before akumuma.
Eti na video voice I got say she cannot expose Ronaldo. I know any voice ni bi.
Oni chairman.
Police be back.
And Tony too much.
On a plan.
Also confirm. Amen yes. Me ba get the ball from my amen yes sir.
Why did you bring?
Oh. Police so any police. Those are times you may be here. You now ask questions. Mr. Asem so da ye car ye. Nanka one free MPP mo say any ala ye adwuma nanka mo nche no. Nanka bi nche no because it's going to be a strategy they will use for 2024 elections. But let's say it's a way free one hour worker Asem no. Can stop now. Say we know what they will do. This case will live in court sir. I want to be kasa. Because of course it's only kasa be abium. About strategy and to gang him. But this is enough for us.
Okay.
Omofua Adeboni so.
Maybe I didn't want you know.
Adeboni na omofua so no me say. Majari.
Majari.
Asem kan ya no Majari. Mani twinsan yo. Say MPP for kum nkofo di ko muko.
Oh, and there's some catch me dispute
Mani twinsan because
me as I make I've already said. So so no mo found now we see 208 elections. Voices were there to show those ones.
Best have voices in man TV.
Then as I won yes adwuma.
Man TV.
That's won yes adwuma we. Say that won yes adwuma we.
Mani twinsan because me FM court am
me yes am.
FM court am nko. Mani twinsan.
Man TV.
Mr. Let's say I
demonstrate at show say I don't have that evidence. And I'm sure say
for me I will always say Boni amount for ye so we are Boni. Nim say we are Boni. At least have the opportunity to say that we are Boni even if you are in a political party. You don't do wicked to humanity because we flew us and all come ourselves. But I say that he's serving the MPP and everybody. After right.
Okay, Mami Crown, so what person me call?
Magari. But you see, Magari, Mami don't answer me.
Me pass o Crown.
Yeah, that me answer.
I'm at this baby, I'm information. I'm on for BC head in Trobi ecosystem. So I'm mutual exam this year June. The SS for me call SS no. Yeah, my mom go school. It's a next year. I'm on for be a statistics. Say I'm mutual final exams. GSS this time.
GHS.
Because of election, yeah, my mom go school. I'm on the program. I think that you may take your time. Yes. Now they are doing that. Say NDC back power. They will change the policies of free education. Oh. I'm saying that you see these issues that is going to the ground and where we are.
Amen. Amen.
Okay.
Nobody should start doing this one.
But where they possible?
Yes. No. I'm saying that you see, people are gullible. People are gullible. When they,
okay, I agree.
So you have to be careful.
Yes,
you have to be careful and explain things. These are but people will buy into that.
All right, that's it. Honorable Kenzie.
Magdalene, me no friend say enko, but the woman say no ko woman say yedamase. Yeah. Say de bia mama yakwanya, ne ba be kan yasem ehia yen. But you yasem de the ofudu apa no, eni epia no. Yedamase pa say mo ye yensa. Na de esi bia no. Onyankopon trosem ne wo mu say do twa ntro no. Ode ne ntro no na be ko nanim. Entimi de say obi kan no kura, so obi kan no kura, so obi twa ntro, so obi twa ntro no. One kasa would no maybe eba on so. Now Dr. Mahmoud Baumia de say NDC for people so mumpo o mampenino obedi. No wodi so a obeye ne.
Gana for better about say
obeye ne.
15 cities. Inti aboso kan from Obama.
Obeye. Etima obi anu no hu nse keke because
I also aboso kan about based on
making the 8 no. Edem eni ye hu enso adwuma enti ye dem aso be nyame nsam na me say omo omo da bia meka omaton emrewada enti omo nim nkukura na omo nam kuro ni nyina abo
50 cedi dollar
ade bia esi bia na omo nim say ma joy nyame nsam
so need other point na so honorable Clement we can say na say ne kan no ma de Jibril ezo eba ha
Asem miara. Ejume inabeye. Miara heyo miaro miara. Obire inabebo. Miara heyo miaro miara. Asemi pesini kwa miara. Asemi miara. Asemi pesini kwa miara. Ejuna pesini kwa miara. Obere pesini kwa miara heyo miara. Asemi pesini kwa miara. Asemi miara. Asemi pesini kwa miara. Ejuna pesini kwa miara. Obere pesini kwa miara.
And freedom, it's a name and a character that I have built. It took me 10 years of my life to build the character Freedom, Jacob, Caesar. Today you get to find out the real meaning of these three names. The freedom is what Africa has been looking for in a very long time. Yes, we have our independence, but it's contractual. I decided to bring the freedom to this continent and to my race. So I started to brand the name Freedom, knowing that we are looking for financial independence, economic independence. So the freedom really stands for that journey that we want to embark on to find this independence. Not the independence from us being free from slave masters, but being able to create our own financial destiny. That's what the freedom is about. And I'm sure you guys understand Jacob. In the Bible, Jacob was one of my favorite people. You know, he wanted to have children. He wanted to have a wife. But for some reason, he ended up having 3 wives, because when he had to have the first one, the one he wanted, they didn't bring him. So he had to work again 7 years to get the second one. And then after he got used to it, then he started giving birth with this woman and ended up having 12 children. The problem that Jacob had, I have the same thing. So all the kids were boys, and he was looking for girls, at least one girl. The girl never came. So he had 12 boys. But with my case, when I got to the 4th one, I stopped. I realized that I'll become Jacob if I keep going. Because they're all boys. They're all boys. And I can't say I'm going to look for a girl until I get a 12th one. The reason why I stopped is because it's good to have a child, but it's very expensive to take care of them. And if you can't, then don't bring them to this world, because you're causing them a harm. And that's how we should be as human beings. We should be able to genuinely help people, or if not, then let's not put them in a situation when they will suffer, or why they will suffer. Again, this is a point for me to introduce myself again to TUC. My name is Nana Kwame Mediako, and that's my birth name. But today, you know Freedom, Jacob. You just didn't know Caesar. Caesar is just a person with a ruler's instincts. Someone who has a revolutionary consciousness. I am that person. So my 3 names really define the person that I am. But Nana Kwame Mediako, it's simply that someone who has come to fight to win. So let me start by telling everybody here where I came from. My mother, a very great woman, a strong believer. My father's father, all the children, they died, one after one, after one, after one, after one. My father was the 9th baby. He survived. So he was supposed to be in Kroma, but they called him Bediako. And so out of the 5 children of my mother, I was the last one. And here's my story, how I grew up. I grew up partly in Kumasi, partly in Accra, partly in England, back to Accra. I've been around. But you see, some of us have traveled, but we never came back. Life is a journey, and it's very difficult when you walk forward to return. My experience was to walk back to the soil that I belong to. And that's my home, Ghana. This was 2001. I'm sure every young child was dreaming to go to England or America. I already had a vision.
Jamo akwaba de ba asemi di kaso we need 100.9 na mo Facebook amohwe ye mamu nyina akwaba technical hinge e wo ye main transmission line so e wo ye fear the technicians are really working towards that, but for now we are relying heavily on the Facebook need 100.9 FM and the YouTube channel no yet despite media. Na sadi america kan na odi for Isaac Ofosu Henijima Papa atenase na yeba bidin komo e dia fa oman Ghana emunsem ahodo ekoso a ete se asofo nyina enam se womo kan bi ne yede chekere man nti womo so ba na womo akere womo adwen odinfo Isaac Ofosu Henijima Captain Jesus Real House Papa yamakwa
Yeah.
Na bibi aboko de
Adoma ko
ya de yankopon anse nyame adoboko
mema modwuma
ye papa na Captain Jesus no amako say
yankopon adom
ya de yankopon anse
ne memu na edi mani panyina
baby
ya ne nsusuanso no ko baby yeah
na aya na te sen won sorry mo kase no mamu ai de wo hwe dollar say baby dollar ne nam business people are suffering wo mu nyina e kase nra offer daily graphic enimu a business community no said they are not community finance minister brano na ehun ahia say so yen sentrofo nhia mu offer woman sika semento to ye omo nimide na obiebie no amabi ene so edema aya na etesen
ensusuanso ne nkoyi o bible mu no wa chose se foundation broke ya nipo so osum yankopon training ne kro be yeden ndeze nyemma obia etobri bia won mo kra do nyame pa mekanisa nanso ne krape nanso ntumi ube hono mu sun ni pedi abobo asoro na nkasa nso hunu se opepa dry NSC nti sanity
okay na ye kan aban panifo no ema assurance said ya nra na finance minister kra cause yes enoma no ma iden there sidi no baby a na hoode na kofama kodu no enye nanso wo de toto afida se ho a afi etwa no ho a na akwakwa ese wo de aye percentage points calculate ya na eje se ya anesa eti akwakwa ese ni daso wo amunya sa assurance o makasa
ne mi hunu se mpanimfo edi ade ni mo no edo mbeka se enye na jinse mo no na kire se omo bu obi abem obi a de to bi ya na omo bo modern se omo be hye nipa nkuran se eye na se koya na da nso de a na kire se omo mfo obu nso mfanye den emfe mo man no na ne me gidi nyina ne se wa wugina de anim na pese ototo me yeye no emfa ho ne ade na achi adu so onya dida so se ebeye nti se ye bisa wa ne obeka no so onso obebo otri nkwa ka se o ebeye ebeye ne ade
ete se eti wiemhye mu na wienhye ye se bibia nko ye na so mo amuti mo ne de omoma mo hope ebeye eso mo dim pepe se
ebomodin bia so mo ebro mbebu o manu aka se aye ka ne de na che se na aye ho enti yo bia bi o ha nipa bi de da omo no de den so obeba bontia beka kire o se na de ne tie beto da na ho kire ne nyonko o si chale ade na se yo so o zere ade ne tie de yan wa kire nso no de hu ane se enkoye amna mo ana tse Ghana esinki ne wo sikasem ho
Edian na mo hwe ne mo se papa mo asofu yi se o mampanyin na ye de an ye de so bo na ekọ na so because ono ye mampanyin sa ban betimi aye amana boa ibi wo
se ye wo abebu bi wo brofo kasem se we learn from our mistakes ye mfom so mu no na yesua de fi izo okonya akandifo ne aban bi ne oman bi ase yensua de mfiri de epra ye mpem mu a unyo omani da so a ntumi nye den enye yi bribia obe bia na obi otumi ye ne correction na ogi ne mfom so otum no san start ya de foforo eni da so ho ma se nipa no chen obi a kire se wanya me mfoni no bibia nkoye bibia say den na masade we ba den na say check na de eye kura chemba kono mo na muni ani na mu na yeso na pajo keka we nyina na anya in fact mark Eden pa Ghana Eden ye kone de me gidi kire me se
ana opeda on so gakra
so many bomb so na omu change stia
omutumi change no ama
yeah
okay na ye kwei se mohwe wie ma etesen because kwa na ye kwei animo May kwa na wie na 23 June July August September October no abato na ya approach no
do we say
etesen amafo tufo semakodo ekoso papa etesen the titru ye wa abato afi asa abato we ne ye hu ni se tension no wo soro mu hu ni sa
sa na ye hu no ye hu ze nipa mani abre se wiase nyina koto ahokyere brem na mere bi meka asem bi wa ha se obo ho modern se den na se situation ne dane a enye wadwen se nipa bete wase se Israel fo no mo nyankopon ne nam esa na enim no na Mose di wo manim na mo ko Mose ye bi ono yi wo mfi Egypt wa ma epumu apai mo mafem wa ya de fofo maye bete kodu baabi no wa pipe wa ye fi Egypt nanso yakodu baabi yenye nsu onum ti yewu yenye duane ndi yaka Bible no fa bebre mu akere yen se na nkoman no kura pese o musi Moses abo na o mukuno nyaza na tie edu baabi no onso mama yenye nantwie kura no fa yensan ye nantwie ba na yenso no fa yensan ye chinko Egypt na ye endire na meka ne se ontumi predict nipa a odi wonso se obetumi a convince won bra na ema te sign na ekọ na chi ni ade enti se efiri hi a eye kasapa enchirechiremu pa ene modern mo se obesi nipa nti ase se eye wonka emri bi nkwan na wudi so obeka nkwan na wonum na enye kro wo da kwaka nipa se na ne nkwan bi na enye kro na we de eye che no nipa se bi wanyini a owo ono a wo ade ade tasty ade ɛhɔ na apɛsɛ wo try asɛ wo bɛyɛ batwo bɔmɔden sɛ wo bɛdane ne yɛmani ma yɛ den aso ani na twa mfoni pade akyerɛ amansan sisi na ayɛ wo mu ne deɛ me mɛbɔ aban tiri so na me mmɔ ɔmampani tiri so no deɛ meka ne sɛ ɛnyɛ ɛnkɔ yie nneɛma dane akyerɛ sɛ ɛnkɔ yie koraa enti sɛ ɛfiri wiase nyinaa sɛ deɛ yɛ a na yɛtena wiase nyinaa na aba ne saa okay wiase nyinaa ne yɛwɔ ghanafoɔ nti sɛ bɛyɛ ghanafoɔ bɛte wase sɛ wiase nyinaa nti yɛmfa ne saa yɛnim bɛkyerɛ
okay
yes
all right odifa is a confusion ejima ne yɛne no edi nkɔmɔ no yɛnim bɛkyerɛ na ɛwɔ determination abato a yɛkɔto no mo nipa dodoɔ ba mo nan so ɛyɛ asɔfoɔ titiri na ɛba ne saa na ensɛm a wɔn ka no ɛne tension a yesusu sɛ abɛkurom no etwa mfoni bi a ɛbɛma wɔn a yɛde tumi na hyɛ wɔn sɛ ho sɛ deɛ ɛsɛ yɛyɛ nie na ɛde asomdwe aba
etwa mfoni na mfoni na etwa no ɛsɛ so wɔn hu ɛsɛ wɔn hu a
bi wɔn so a na wɔn pɛtɛ na sɛ de wɔn hu hwee
so wɔn hu de a mo hu na wɔn ntena hɔ na so wɔn pɛ hu a ɛbɛboa wɔn sɛ mfoni etwa nyinaa no ɛnyɛ easy saa obi a ɛba na ɔno ana de ne pɛ ɛbɛkɔ akɔto aba na ɔka na sɛm sɛ sisi ade baabi ɛnam no yɛayerɛ o yɛ bro na biribi saa no ne ade a na wɔn nso pɛ sɛ ɔhyɛ ne sɛ a wɔma n'ani mmra ne ho so na ɔso wɔ ɔbrɛ nso ɔno na ɔhu ne saa na biribi saa ɔde ne saa sɛbi adwene a Nyankopɔn de kyɛɛ nnipa nyinaa deɛ mɛka sɛ Jerry sɛ wowɔ ba na wo ma na ɛba a mɛnka sɛ w'ani ate kyɛn nkɔla because mogya na ɛwɔ mu na no ana ade ayɛ dɛn ɛno na wode awo ɔmo sɛ de ade ne teɛ enti sɛ ɔmo no sɛ saa na ɛte a ɛneɛ nka ɔmo ni haw ɔmo ɛmpɛ papa bi na ɔde ɔmo huhu ɔmo na ɔmo ntwɛn judgment day but wɔn na anim sɛ ampa wɔ hɔ a na ayɛ mu ahyew nneɛma nyinaa ɛkɔ na anigye na yɛ asomdwie na sɛ ghanafoɔ nyinaa ani agye na yɛ asomdwie a ɛpatwɔ ɛneɛ monhwɛ so ma ne nkɔ waho na adeɛ campaign no ade pa na yɛ den ade pa na tɔn no menim sɛ bi a aban mu mpanimfoɔ no bi bɛtumi agye me atom sɛ ɛnkɔ yie waho amansan ɛho hyehye wɔn nto obiara ba a sɛ asɔre deɛ nka moba na asɔre nya nhyɛ ase a na nka Nyankopɔn ho nkɔmmɔ batwɔ te ase anaasɛ sɛ bɛyɛ asɔre bɛkɔ so bɛta asɔrefoɔ nyinaa akɔtena se ne nya nhyɛ ase a ɔman no mu nsɛm ne ɛkɔ so ne fu asɛm ne ka ɔfɔ ne na ɛnɛ ansa na asɔre bɛhyɛ aseɛ no dɛ no hokɔbɔ
ɛno nkɔmmɔdie
ɛna ɛkɔ so nti nea yɛhu nyinaa ne sɛ ɛnneɛma nkɔ yie
yɛkasa ɛwɔ ɛyɛ radio so yɛkasa ahodoɔ bi a ayɛ a yɛka ne titiro amanyɔfoɔ yi papa na sometimes for instance hope sɛ na dɔyɛ nsɛm ɔkɔka ayɛ a policefoɔ kyɛn ɛne ɛho nsɛm aba bɛtɔ dwa granting the bill kasa no wɔ dene ɛwɔ radio so amanfoɔ tufo yɛ regulate ne yɛ anaasɛ yɛde agum
in fact asɛm wɔ de maka wɔ ha kwan yɛfa so yɛ ama yɛsɛm no sɛ deɛ ɛsi ka nsɛm no yɛana yɛwerɛ fi sɛ sɛbi mmɔfra wɔ fie mmɔfra wɔ fie sɛ yɛne yɛfi sɛ yɛasoro na yɛnyinyini ne yɛbɔ yɛbra ne yɛpɛ ntɛm akɔ a yɛnwen sɛ nkɔlaa bi yɛ den ɛwɔ akyire ɛfiri sɛ yɛkasa mu yɛ den saa sɛ saa na yɛakandifoɔ yɛ papa no na ɔmɔ deɛ te a anka wahu nka yɛn no yɛndimi yɛmfa mu amɛduru sɛ na sɛdeɛ yɛsi kɔe deɛ kasa nyɛ atɛmdidie adapatwa ɛna nipa kasa atuate kasa patwɔ sɛ atuateɛ wote aseɛ so wahu enti nea no ka nso no ɛnna twetwe ho mframa nso yɛ dɛn ɛba yɛwɔ sua deɛ bebree wɔ amama ahorow bebree mu sɛ ɛyɛ kasa a obi ka ne nsɛm a ebi ka ne sɛ deɛ ebi te aseɛ fae ɛna ɔfa akodie ne ma nso ne ade nyinaa baeɛ na yɛn deɛ ɛnɛ yɛakrakyefoɔ nyinaa di atɛm sɛ abɔdua ɛbɔdua frɛ nsuo no mu ne ade yɛ ne yɛ bi obi koraa na ɔbɛyare anaasɛ sɛ bi wuo bɛto no a sɛdeɛ ɛbɛsi atwitwa ne nam wɔ radio so wɔ social media ma sɛ yɛato amammerɛ ne amanneɛ ne
yɛato ne nyinaa gu na yɛyɛ deɛ pɛ
nimde kasa nyinaa twene ɛna sɛ bi yɛkasa te sɛ sɛdeɛ yɛhui manhwɛ yɛ am de kɔto biribi ho a me nso maka deɛ me a mɛka no na me nso makɔto bɔm nti wohwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ yi a pastor mɛka ne sɛ Jerry anibie paa deɛ ɛsa wɔ Ghana
yɛato nɔɔma
anibue sa koraa anibue ɛsa asɛ bi nka wiase deɛ anibie dɔɔso no yɛkɔ yɛnim
na papa yɛka aya na amanyɔfoɔ no so no ɛbisa no wɔma ne gye ho o ɛnam sɛ wa no ɔden wo kwa ne yɛbɔ aba so yɛ di na tem na wɔma ani agye aso wɔn yɛ beneficial owners of say ni bia na ususu say asa
so amadane fa ho die na akɔyɛ dirty game nti sɛ yɛ horo yɛ ho fi a wa ba yɛ ro ho no sɛ wo mom na osuani na sɛ na me hu sɛ yɛ bɔ football bi wɔ anwea ne ateke so on sɛ de sa ball ne tie ɛte sɛ sa pepe na isi ne yɛsum yɛ ho ayɛ den akɔgu nti wa ba yɛ ro ho ate dɔte asra obi na wano kan na sɛ oni nipa wo yɛ good player nti bibia sɛ yɛ fix so nti sɛ yɛ suma wo na uhunu adapa atwa na okawie okwa no afrɛ ne boss sɛ patwo yɛ tie me yo kaka o yaro sɛ ma keka bi e de akyerɛ ne ama ne nsuo kuru ama na wanom ne abɔ na ba so na ɔkɔ nti no ya sɛ ya mamrɛ ne ya manne ne enim de ne enyansa ne edin pa yɛ wɔwɔ ya man yɛsem ya hono no nti saa na ɛkɔde a ɛne Bible ka sɛ bi wɔsena nka mehwehwɛ sɛ mede fa ahodie de abrɛ mo wahu mayi mo afiri soja sɛm ne apopo sɛm na mede fa ahodie democracy na abrɛ mo but wɔsɛ mo nkɔtɛ democracy na akyi na mo fa nyɛ bɔne ho nkataso na sɛ mede afutuo wei nyinaa ma mo na sɛ mo ntie na sɛ mo keka asɛm a yɛde ano ka ne asɛ bi sɛ bi adane te sɛ busua ne omugu nwere mo ya we ka we ha na we ka we na we chi we so we se sa na mo so be bo mo brade ya ne mo nhwe yi na ke be wi akiri no mo be hyehye mo ho me hwehwe masem bi wo Bible mo na media kasem ti majori ye nyina ye hwe de atim ze se de nyankopon mo buru hu ana yesre me hwe se asofo no ya o mbesi mu ntem kasa kyerɛ ne ade mu
asofo mo nkasa o asofo mo nkasa o na eno ni titiri wo ma wo opposition na sa mayokofo no mo opposition na ana asofo nkasa mo kasa
eno ni asɛm no sɛ wo bra ɛsɛ sɛ o kasa wo Jesus me kansa na ba wo na mo bra aba no ho no na pe yɛbɛso asɛm ho dia uchesi asɛm na wonto bra edom nyina ne nipa bia di asɔre ni edi asofo ni edi mpanimfo ni buna edi nananom ahemfo ni amayefo etesɛ kura na ɔmo di mpanimfo eni ɛhɔ a no ɔmo ba besre ne ade nti no yɛwɔ soro yɛbɛka sɛ wapa han yɛwɔ soro sɛnke betumi aka ɔmo asɛm bɛsɛ nya atwomsɛm no dɔɔso ɛwɔ yɛmu na wo na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔno bɛhwɛ wo no so hwehwɛ n'anim anu nyam ontumi nkasa last me cousin bi sɛ ɛnɛ no asɔfo kora akɔyɛ te sɛ adeɛ bi ayɛ nkɔla asɛm so ɔbɛka MPP asɛm adeɛ MPP ni ayɛ nyɛ ɔbɛka ontumi nka gye sɛ ɔkɔfa adeɛ MPP ni ayɛ paa deɛ saa na no mmiri bi nso NDC nso saa yɛna mbisa wo sɛ ɛda wo ba bɛ bɔne sɛ wo twe na so no wo fa ba sɛ wo hwe wo ba na wa bɔne no a gye sɛ ɔkɔhwɛ ɔkɔka baako bi nso a mmiri bi ɔro so yɛyɛ ansa na watumi ahwe wo ba na enti sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛka no kora na sɛ yɛ nipa yɛfiri sɛ yɛmfa ne die ni obuo ma yɛn de a ne ne nam ho apa so anaasɛ mfomso aba no baabi asɛm no da no ɛnna ɛsɛ wɔka hopsin die a me nua wode baeɛ ano ɔden meminyae a na sɛ yanom betie me a pepatwo omampani pa so omampani etoso bio wa hye na sia so wa hunfum so bi anase bibi sa kura menua ya antete yesa o ya antete yesa bible nso nkyerɛ sa bible ma kwan sa die tobri bia na asɛm ne kana no ayɛ den akɔpem sɛ ebi anyo ono ano ba be yiwa no kura ka so de akyɛwa nipa dom so won akyire a ɔmo mfa nkyɛw nti ɔmo so bɛkɔ akɔka asɛm bi na wo so ahuru obo na wo so wo ka bajo saa na de ne tie better than de no ɛboa ananse bɛboa afa asɛm ankasa na efi nanum ne de Jeremy nkasa nya ananse me nkasa ye sa Bible say ya yen confess
It's a confession.
It's a confession.
A confession, oh yeah.
Enti o confess. Na so confess ya. Na me gina baabi a me be say, mo nka mo body. Na Nyankopɔn hu mo bo. Na me gina baabi say, ade di makasa. Ba cho so atiaze. Enti ne o ka no. Sa ya tro no odi a. Ebi nso wadwuma ye so mbe proof ma. Ya hu so yo tro. Nti Jeremy bi sase na yampa se de oka na yampa se waka na se wanka na nke nti we dey Asem bisa me dem
there be a national security threat because oka san so na eche se mutimi ye yesa no ama no se yampa
na se yampa no mutimi ye yesa na me na so national security nso madam nhui na oba kai o ma bua ba na so obo bua yey ade ya mpa mo si mo we man na pharmacy ekoda de oso bukaba rontu da wo yesa ye threat wa bua ho
that say no kra no waka no
papa mo hontoma nti ne madam nya den munya ne nti baby sisi baby a megina ne se o ye be power ne so apowo ne so na se ya mpa wa ho se yampa se nipa kuo bi betumi anya kokuduro se yensisa bomb ni ade bi ehunu yemfa nkogege wo boda so ba bi se ne be ya so obi kura pese okro so a ni nyina ye esane abato ho ne ade nti a yesi ye be hunu yesi ano anase enkonko ho sa na dana mai se bibi o dana matachi a dana nso be su no
eno se ye be ka de
o dana be ka wa dana be ka enti kakra hono mewo enono kakra mewo
okay all right better say we share on Facebook live ya ne odi for Isaac Ofosun yinejima ena ye no edi komo enne anope wo Asem di kan jumedie so e we neat 100.9 said ye kan Asem said ye tiam baba Asem ye kosi wo court ma menye wadwen
chechemu
say ye di Asem wo court when dem say so no bia de be boan na nipa yede ko adu abom ne mo ba ko be ka se womo a eye aloyafo a omugina asem ne ba ko ha no ka kire ne se onkobu ye kan se ntenchia eje so onko kan se menye no kure enfanto woma bomb ko adu no ba ko so na etimi man ko da afias o kan sa asem wi wo court ese ama fadwe mam kese se saade we so se esi ye de a ene na atentene ne na ye ka no ewe
nti e wonwa wo Ghana entumi nsi
because nipa bi e da afiase bi abone ne kwa
bebre ebetumi asi all se mi ntumi nya kokuduro nka se asi anase tesa bete betumi asi enye nwanwa esi nipa bebre ni repent oni adwen sakra oni mekanze oni akomamutew bet wabenya dibia bi nti odi ni dibia no dibone won we bokon adu okotu prosecutors in America bebre chiasem ohuye na hina ohuye na bufu a onim kra befa so achi asem edu akogina court a untumi enyi ohu anu menyi nti Ghana ni be no be untumi nyini sesade we ekoso asofu mu ntenjia
Okay.
Asofo mu intention. Eba election kura say ye pese ye yi moderator na say asorbi chairman ne ade a. Ene ma ekoso abontin. Ekoso wo ho. Etumi ye den ekoso. Enti etobri bia ya na won a egina sa di bia no. Asom se nya interest obi asemwa ti say ono ne de bibia wo no. Enti mo ntumi nya fe. Oman ni nyina ye oman no na me ye Ghana a odi won so. Na esa wo protect wo nyina enti na mremu no ye de lawyer fo ma obi a yeso wanya asem kura wadi bone kura na ye a ye mpese ye bu ni ntenjia.
And it say ye pe lawyer man.
Sir. Better to bribi ana mo a ye rehwe mu no. Just say anodin. Na etisa nso nti na Nyankopon den o my quotation of Bible mu say enchia nkofo asem.
Okay.
Neta say Onyankopon no onimu ade nyina ni say.
Onim say
Mo beye na mutumi ye. Nti odi ahwenu ani ade bi nso asan e de atoso ama. No say ade na wo ye no. Me ne na wo ho. To de hopa ye na say de wo pe. Nti etisa na mom ni abrante na kan. Court be na ogina mu no court de ye hia.
High court.
High court. Odi akukuduro gina dakem na oka. No so wa dance ye.
So wa dance.
So wa dance ye.
Dia ya ka asem na to no so no so wa dance ye.
Sa na tie. Eti adanse ne ma no munya tugu ho no mo a.
Na ye ho emu no.
Na ye be hunu ne.
Ehun be nya se ete se de ete no ma na se yetimi hu.
Na no so na be hunu se hu pa nti. Won se mre bi na me kan se bebre se wo hwe kwan a ye de ye prisoners pa fa so no bia o mo wo no ne ade a. Ya bre ho sempa because nipa bebre ho a o tan ene tumi akodi bi no nsem metan se nipa we mo mfa ne mfa kwan we so. Esiesie wo Bible mu a. Waho yi ohen kase ye friend Ahab na iri Jezebel enye ntwa to so no mo nwene ye na mo yi nipa a mo be ka asem ne tia papa ne fa se Naibot na adanse fo so asan ye aba ho eso mo ko humra nu se ye mra ya o mo ko humra nu se ye se adanse fo no ye mienu ne miensa dia nyana Bible ne kan no sa dance fo no ko eminu ne mienza na omka se jeria ye dia ene na che se jeria ye enti o fe nipa nan na wato won na ba ko apa tabu ada mo ko se asuma sikeka ka se wo kan fe sisi apo fe se ade no kra na ye na no ho no e ho na kotifu aso ne mu ne ye de ne ko wa enti ne Ghana ko ne ya court sem ne ya himfie sem ne prosi sem ne bambo sem ne ade ne de mpacho obi ka sem bia mempentem gaze asem we dia no hye tumi ye kura ma ne buruso
etimisi
esipa
na
me ka say omo an ka say kura ni msesi esi
amanfo ni gidie nipa ni bi eni gidie awo ye judiciary no yatemu Agyeman enu ti se no ma bi say no already ni nipa ni gidie o bibi say yate eti eba ne sa na omamu no ede ne be ka kire
oman na hwe ase de bia mredodo a oman ne mra no emma aban a owo so tumi mo no no tumi appoint esudifo pacho so what you say akandifo ne mpanimfo no ne ade wo sa kwan no mo no de bia sa manfo ne dom yesu se anka yema judiciary no any security services no ne sa institution ahoro na epepa yema mo ndi wo mo na won di ne ho kura se ne Bible ka se enhwe okese anim se ono na oso ne okuma anim se nso na otie se du emrasem ne asem die mu a aban difo waho ene se oni aban nya asem sisia na wokokota tacho ogidie bia anhye danye den enim na nso se ye mra ne ye hye ye adwuma se aban difo oh yere na nanka yɛte man mu ɛna bɛdi adanseɛ sɛ yɛwɔ fa ahodie na yɛwɔ no obiara ne wodibrɛ yi adwuma wɔ ne kwan so wodibrɛ nkotiatia akuma fa ahodie
so
Bible na ka ɔsɛ anhwɛ obi anim sɛ ɔyɛ even men ka sɛ nipa no koraa no ɔn so sikani ne ohiani anyasɛm na so wo moboro hunu nti wo kama hiani hiani bi wɔ hɔ a ne hia nyinaa akyi no ɔnka no korɛ wahu ɔbɛboa pada fam asu sisi a ne nyina Bible aka sɛ men hwɛ sɛ wonya sympathy amma no sɛ ɔyɛ ohiani nti sɛ wɔnwena asɛm ato obi so koraa na wodi na sam yɛmma asɛm biara no korɛ na baabi a ɛda wei ne adeɛ Awurade Nyankopɔn hwɛ a sutre pa a wɔbɔ nipa so nyina sɛ wote sɛ orezi ne na madifoɔ so ɔman kwasiafo a mu ne ti ɔman kwasiafo a mu nim nyansa na kyerɛ sɛ justice ankasa no yɛdi
deny justice na nsunsuanso ne te
nsunsuanso no kɔ wie sɛ bɔnedie biara tumi si nipa tirim obiara nso tumi deɛ ɔpɛ etuateɛ etumi ba abantuguo so ahoɔden kora wɔ hɔ no ma ne nyinaa tumi yɛ adwuma ɛfiri sɛ yes woma nipa ne brɛ na sɛ wɔso ma ne nka na nokora nso ɔmfa nto deɛ da nipa ne brɛ kɔpem so oke wodeɛ sɛ ɛne yɛ mede wom na sɛ mewu kora meyɛ dɛn mepɛ nti sɛ yɛma nokora nyɛ adwuma
ɛwɔ nsunsuansoɔ
yes nti Bible ka asɛm bi sɛ ɔmo yɛ ɔman a ɔmo tu da bɔne kɔ akyirikyiri sɛ ma bɔne ma bɔne nkɔ papa mmra bɔne nkɔ papa mmra ne yɛtɔ bɔne nkɔ na papa mmra wɔso ɔmo ka wie nso ana ɔmo ade ɔmo nsa nso otwe bɔne na ɔmo sɛ ɛnyɛ dɛn ɛnkɔ no ɛba begu yɛ so wo ka sɛ mo sɛ asɛm wɔde nkasa akora fa no twitwiri fam ne ade bɛtɛ ho bra nso no yɛ dɛn yɛbɔ nti wɔso ɔmo tu da bɔne hyɛ akyirikyiri na nso ɔmo de nhyɛsoɔ akonnwa saa na Bible no ka nhyɛsoɔ akonnwa na ɔmo saa de twe bɔne no ɛde ba nti Jerry abibiman nyinaa so ahu so ban ɛwɔ mu yes nti yɛni gidi
ɛwɔ yɛ partisan politics no asɛe ɛnoɔma bebree wɔ man no
nyɛ adwuma yɛ partisan politics no maka sɛ ɛberɛ a yɛni ba so nyinaa yɛ 90s o 90s okay mpanimfoɔ no ɔmo ka sɛ na ɔmo kasa bi ɔmo sɛ mate me hofoɔ ne weefoɔ mmere bi saa bere no so na yɛ partisan
amanyɔkuofo
ya na ɔmo didi ɔmo ho awu na nneɛma bi yɛte sɛ wowɔ ha kora na wɔyɛ afa ɔmo sɛ ɔmo tumi kɔ na nka yɛbu no sɛ no yɛ bagyime berɛ sɛbi na nka sisi a yɛbaa yɛnim yi a sɛdeɛ yɛsi ate democracy ase na yɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ amaaman no wɔho westernfoɔ ni ade sɛdeɛ obi ne ɔnya adwene a ɛnkyerɛ sɛ wɔtamfo no anaasɛ ɔkɔ bibi na nka ɛfiri sɛ nka saa bere wei deɛ na nka ɛfi berɛ a yɛsii Fourth Republic yi mu ne ade deɛ na nka yɛnyini nanso afei mmom na sikani bere nti ade yɛkum yɛn pa yɛ sikani bere waho yɛ ɔman bi a nea wanya sika abuso ne nneɛma bi na no ɛyɛ huhuhu ma yɛbu saa deɛ no boro so enti ne sɛnti ne ways and means bi atumi abɛdi nipa nsɛm na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔnya sika ne deɛ ɔnya nti nipa twɛ ama yɛni ne fra mo nipa di ne yɔnko bɔne na ɔde asosidi anaasɛ ɔde anya deɛ ɔpɛ a nipa twɛ ɔnwe ho nyɛ no ne abatoɔ nwie mu ho ehunahuna yɛn sɛbi pani pa nyame ahyɛ na wakɔ sukuu ade wa ɔkyerɛ no patwɛ yɛde korɔ no nsusu no sɛ nka adeɛ ɛkorɔ no koraa deɛ de sɛ wotumi hunu sɛ bi bɛtumi anya gyidi ne akokoduro bi sɛ yɛmfa kwan bi so na yɛnyɛ sɛ ya na yɛdɛn a tumidie ho bɛyɛ abo yɛn nsa ɛma ɔde hyɛ bɔ korɔ no paa sɛbi ɛnyɛ ne ho ɔyɛ adeɛ a ho tɛ hɔ sisi a ɛyɛ ne mgu ase deɛ nanso tumi a wɔpɛ nti ɛne bɔnedi a ɔmo tena akonnwa so ɔmo di ɛno nti no ɔfiri hɔ nom a na akɔyɛ te sɛ menka asɛm bi nkyerɛ wa ayi Jacob na obi refer Jacob wa ha ɛberɛ a na mo yɛ program na obi ka Jacob ne na yere nom na yere baako sɛ wawia ne papa gold ne ne nneɛma bi wahu ɛna ne papa no ɔne ne kunu papa no ne na yere no nyinaa ɛdwane akɔ Say na yere odo ne pa ye frɛ no Rahel na se Rachel wa wia ne papa bosom. Ye de ya sa na ye kan. Bete ye ohoni. Ohoni nya bosom bete ye tai kan se. Di wa wia na ehye ne ho. Na papa no so pe nas no bone onya bibie nyina so no kɔ he na ade adan so so we one mi ni asɛm na sisi na kɔ ade no wawia ma de no so me memfa o me ani mrade obi bia hia no onim sɛ ne wife no wawia sa ade enti ma na no kura akɔka sɛ ni obehu ade no wɔ ne hɔ no anase de ɔde no onwu ti papa no ba ya fe ye ma me no ka sɛ o saati won Osati number 12 odu ne ba abaye nso ye wa wo baba o ka akire kura o se da mpacho de wahwe na ye ho de enko ho adan o se menya me period nti ye adan na meti baby na pese wo be page ame na bibi o se ho ana papa ni jae o ti ase enso se na de ne hye no ti so nti ampara nso ewura no onyem anase ofe furu no owu wo kwem.
Okay.
It is a Jacob Koka said the idea one
of
now on when Yamen so Ujafun so well said I did it here. Enti near Mabia Ganam penning for chrono. Wahu a wood dear, then ye may be a na or motesono amo I de omonya period by force of Tiakoya. No, sorry, it was sorry, Asem. It was more German or Yamshi. Yeah, Tipari who was out of Pacho or which you make man of the Tinkoyanos. Oh, sir. Yeah. Or which man of the Tinkoyanos. Ain't you can't be yeah. So Befasua. Pacho. A count. Ebia na Ghana de ente sade. What was that at here? Enti
anything as I share bibi memu kra na eye den sa man panyimfo ni bi obesori. Ne brand ba be so na wasesa constitution no. Yeah. No wasesa
wa ye niema horo bebre anya ochene de sa be di.
So no amu no kra kokra no pesa ne ba. De ba bi mbedi ade no me ade.
Yeah. Sanity. Enti amma suban enye de me de ne ehu ampese ne Ghana ni bia ne nyamsom ni bia ti ase ne se du bra won wati akonwa so omani abre so mo bo makonwa ho ban na mo nsore ya ne asisi wo bible na me de ka kire mo awudie nyina e ho na hye boni die nyina e ho na hye wa ho papa friends Pharaoh. Well, or see, cruise you who yet den ba. Yan ve yachina no mo be de no mo yi afira konwa no so. Ti yan start na yan hawo. Se ne be o mo ho nya de. O mo ho nya de. Enti akonwa no. O de Ghana ha so o de NDC ne MPP yan fato ho a. O mu nyina atena konwa no so pe. O mu nyina hu tumi ne eye. Ena se ebofri wonza nso a ne eye ena omo san nim kwan bi a ofa so nso a obetumi ama de oni tumi no onya kwan no ayede baba befa enu ti na bato a asori Ghana no edi ntwere na ye nibre e za breti se ye mo no ena hopes na ba ma yate ase ye se we se means bia de besu obi kwan mo ntumi meto aba no obe ye tumi ye ni obeye be mo bi kura onya enya na kono no akotwere din no otumi ye de be mo bi be suro se onkoto aba no etumi ye enti se Ghana mpanimfo te se Council of State omo ho okay me dazi so omo ho ene asofo nka bomu kuo Christian Council ne Pentecostal ne so mu nyina nso ka bomu a ba so omo nso ho ena nanan mo ahemfo no ne ade nyina so ho okay mo bi ana da no ho se yeti asomdwe so
okay
wo ye hu cheni nyina ese we mu na prosifo atumi apie ababe kase ne ebe ya ye beboa aban ma watumi ayadan atena so awi ni ntino ese ye yi pibi free ho ne ye se no me ade mbajo saa pam no
ma ni nyina ne ade e se ye dugu apono so ne
me pa so asam ye se me twam se mframa asam a ye tene ye me twam se mframa mu ade ana nye bi no enti aba saa no na man yesi pen bi omo kwoto aba etuotu eni ade no kura no ehun nsankan ye kura yeti committee ye ne oma bete wi akire no me pacho motumi anyemu papa bi pa o betumi aka so we satisfied say ade na ekwae ne yesi ye no nti pacho motumi anya bibisa na samoa bi antumi maya ye ni mampani no no tu sa ehwehemufo ye na eden wa beka kire ye na so ni bibi ka kire ya na ugina ka so ade we so patwo hwan na nje uni yeri ya judi sa me okay plus for bibi kam bi say ya judi sa me ye
na and na be difficult because depending ya
anu
ye ne dia
how is that ade ne tie enti ye wo kwan bebre ho no mo a sabi so ni paso te se den kra na Nyankopon chiche dibia bia ne eso na kafo no ne ade ye tobre bia ya na se ye boa ya man penimfo no na ebre se so omo kasa no eso omo kasa ebre so omo yi ni adwin bi free adwin no eso omo yi na se nipa nse me de mempe kasa mete so na bibisa no ne ade na ade no nso no a ekono ho atade no nso ye hwe ye no wasa pacho yensuru yeri yensuru jaba tuwe efi din twere so kotum se kopim se obi an kohwe se wudin ba ye transfer sa horo be nyina no gidi enim
papa na gidi enim sa de na transparent nso amanyokofo yeso obi oye involve bia kona ko gina na hwe se de no amane uni pa no nkonko gina ho hwe keke o se bibi nkoyi a akwanya no wo ho se obefa so na wode aka nti adenti na yanji ye hu ni
well mama mfato hu bebre ba jozo ti ase mama mfato hu bebre na meka se oman na yewo mu no won edi bone no ye bone ho nyansafo pa won ye kokko wondi tuntum wondi no bacho kokko wondi tuntum wondi no ya o hwu ade ni mienu kire ba ko se we
so ka kofa na adane
oba fada dane edo taka za ba di chance ra kire obi bia ni enti bone ho nyansa no ano odin enti moment na kire ni nsensem bi piepie no mon kra wiem mon nya de be manipa Agyeman ye den edi pati asie enti mpembe branya na sobo no me de bo a aban na eso kasa
Electoral Commission we demonstrate even though said they can amount for what doubt so no ho said o ye no ama no eto say
me tunofo se ebiaba ndi se maame no obesua de anko wade sua bebre timpacho yo batai o ma yenjini ni wom se Electoral Commission na woka de but that is a commissioner na me no me ka asem chairperson na me ka asem de atre
o me yenjini ni okay, yeah, Papa say who share social media handles and so on. Software your friend Odifo Isaac Ofosu Hene Chima or your software Penya order Captain Jesus Prayer House ano. Na sorry in the Udru Domea ebi oho. Domea baby of Aunt Mary. Ubemu Captain Jesus Prayer House. Saranso and Odun Kokoaka se power. It is who share Facebook menko yede number name out 0548 67 2976 0548 67 2976 obetime ene papa etin komo how bia wo bia no ka kire na obeboa obema ho akwankyere na wa be hu se akwankyere mu bi eyidu ye pa. Okay, papa nti ye call the latter party say adwadifo normal bo ayeden business community obia esu ye kan nso no still ye nya nkranhye ediwom between yen no mo omanfo no ene womo nso a sebe womo ye adwadifo a womo kura bibi womo ka se dia normal ekọ ne normal mu bo a ayeden no say ye the normal toto ho a how do we position ourselves? Saying ye betima position ye ho.
Yeah.
Na yetimi de meet because na ebi so at the Bible trono to ton say ebra mu oden ne beba. Enu mu ne ye wa na. Ana say there be say ya anticipate say ebra bi beba mu be emre. Na ebra bi mu so ayemre pen. Ayebeka say well because there be ye kwa anima ase na de eden. Enran de na keye. Ya yo mi yanhwe ne yebesa akoye ne beka say na enran so na Zenete.
Yare so obehye ne ma bi nso. Se ne ma mu ya den. Neska wo man mu a. Kane na nka dwuma wuranom. Ene won we kofa ne o ma beton no. Emfa ho ne aban no beka so obeye. Wotu so a no so de atoto so ama consumers.
Wo me ba beton no.
Wa ho. Enti da bia na nka omo de na nka omo ntan komprene. Betenan no. Fatu so ma no. We jai watch boss watch pa what if in life can so no per watch pa
yeah
enti won ya den o mobile enti ni o ma bebre ho no mo a enti se kane no a sika o ho nti watum cross obeto ene de oboa onto nti ama enkoye ma obia enkoye ma de oni bi enkoye ma de ono so akofa ne ma begu ha ena dane te se bosom de bia na apepa ho no ato stone na apepa ho afa dobri ebedobri na ene ma nkra na eden e develop on say that anything baby akofa ade ba na de ka bro nti sisi e de ahohia na ewo mu no anu ayede na me ka ne se bia ontumi nchechire nkoto Ghana ban so se ono na wahwe mane ma ayeden uhunu se nsem bi sisi amama nyina so ana sunsunsu so no ebi we kan ye de na no no netwa mfoni ma edi hu oman a say wa mo ne braye na o mo bra na nso wo dwa nanum aso abobra oti ase nti sa oman ne bi ne Ghana o ye deme o de me ko asama ase bakura se oman a o mu dwa omanum mo mpanimfo kan sam na nso mo boa na nso we san se nyankopon me nso to na manke ba na banchi ba na bayere ba na we na nti ye nhu ne du bra ya betasi wiase nyina no wa hono ne kire wo oman no sadi mu gina bia ye den
ete
wo se kwase esi dan nyansani nso si dan kwase esi dan no kire mensen no dwedwe ho no ye enna nyansani nso de osi ne botan so foundation ne ye si nyina ye si dan wa ho nti ye nyina ye si dan wo dan ni na me dan ni ye pile landlord fo a si ye nyina ye landlord anambwa thank you na emomo no Bible say ehum ba betu enti say ehum ne mframa no eno de ye nso hwe ba wiase nyina so na ba wiase nyina so a ena ba kire de osi ne dan wo obotan so ena kire de osi ne dan wo anwea so enti mpacho de osi ne dan wo obotan so no jeri wo ye hwan so wosua de kakra de osi ne dan wo obotan so no ye hwan nyo obenyansafo na de osi ne de wo anwea so no wo kwasia be kwasia na de ye ka kire wo a wo befu se ye didi watem be bia ugina bre koto ye na kire nipa ko aye den oye wa ho enti yakwa akodu be bia sa Russia Ukraine COVID-19 ene na nkeka ho nyina no e kan wiase nyina baby for kra de kan pa chen baby so ene nyina no omda so hwe omomrewa omda so hwe omonkokra e ma wo omonkola omomma ye boa won momunya baby ye den etna ni omo ye ma oman ni nyina no omo gusu ye den eye so beto de kodu ba bi no waketu asem kure se mo de ma mo manfo no ade kura
na
ye din won a wo chechu on rest o monum so ntwe openti memfa adwuma kakra we ma mo na adwuma no yato din fefefe napko mboa ya o mun so njire mo yere no mo so awie
ankra mo sika minim se yetu ani nyina
enu ntina me bisa no se o mo so awie ana so ho o kina wo hye nipa foforo bi boa da bo no yere yentie ni mienu me de me kama amayefo nyina na me ka kire wo amaye nyina de oye sono ni oye chineye ni oye afofanto ni oye onoa ni ade nyina momma yanjimu ni yemfa ye wore nso nye den yenhye momo ame bompa yenso ma won se wo ye den a nipa na beye wontumi nkofa bi mfiri baabi nti omonye omadwen ye nye omone me ye no momfere wo mutrim wo ne oma bi a sebi nka ya de ketua bi ese nka etumi ye nanso ya nhwe ye ho so ne anye wo ya momfere wo mutrim ho no montanye confession o ka kire so wo in fact ade we de me kan ye
nanso yentimi anye
wo chance wo be wo yaye ajibu awuni ani na ya create jobs be say millions hey wow can be an what you call catch was it was so wow said you saw your man penny so I be the so what you call catch was it was wow okay no I can one so eguso what na foforo ba be sak ejeri Asem papeni Asem papeni
okay
enti ebi asipen ya man penny bi a office no see 0 tolerance for
corruption yeah
do baby no say
corruption is free adam
if you ada brother what's up so what chira was say o ka obey ya but just what ya
it is say a manual for promises on the man nyina no say na yembo achire because amafoka so for is it for Lawrence Tete? Yes, for Lawrence Tete. I'm saying now what you cram my money in any me program some morning show. No, cause this nonsense must stop.
Yeah.
But you're careful. Now Bishop Duncan Williams say I'm on your four and woman and yache you promises a woman day my so for Lawrence Tete, some on your four no Eddie nya papa page say leadership need o failure on my say so am so ne ye wo mu yo say you behind the kokromoti ready e dey e beka kwakoto aba etia ye dey what do we do
e beto o ya dan ya obekwa akoto one on so for no
be some of kan e be see then na one some of kan ya bo akira hwe ne ye hu say
no so so for akoye crusade no mo dey abrem so for so me see ba fa how be we ase nyina ebrem and ifrafo ohu ade ebubuafo sori nanti we mba jonya za ya de sise bajo ne sise enti yesu we yemu yesu we ye kan se makesi se ni panemum no se ye bebo modin se de ye kan ye no ebe ya dwuma ne duru ho na nya no kra na ye hwe obon se sofo kro no program na wo ye no se crowd na wo pe bajo zo ti azie na ni otiam fire na ni pata hwe no mo sore no so no pepo mo no mo sa kofie na de oso ada konwa de ne yarefo bai osore de ko de puma bai one ne ko ni frafo de bai do sa de ko bajo da sa di para so obeye MPP ni se ento abama na se no be kasa wahu enti yesu ye kasem ye kan wi an ye refi ye mohu modern se sebi upetumi amfa ho akwati se me papa mi neka ukoware oba obe kan sem bebre so ti ase oba na ba ware ase a nyene nyina no hu se we de o kan di wi ni ne keke ajo so ti ase nanso modern moma odo no kata nia ontumi ngaze na odi troche na se ekata so enti yen no se ya yenya bibi ye modern bi enhye baabi na nkata bibi nso den eso but we dey aye deja nso mfa no ye mfere ade o kira na yesan e kan bi ka nti afi we no safe me kan bi a enipa ni so betete wo no no ma hu se nipa man so eni ete se nye ekwan bia se we se means bi na de no eye kokko wo ndi na se aba na ye to kan no a ene ye to wi a se wan hwe ase kura wa be ka se ei eka kete eno am se commentators na ka se go da enya anje go se eka kete enti wa wo hu ba bia wo firi ne ba bia wa se hwe adu a ekina bi no bia na nyame na de kakra chewo na momo wo be ya hwe yi enti kakra me de tu amayefo ni nyina afo ne se obi ensua de na yemfa nyame suru eni ahobrase enya dwuma na so obekasem na enya dwuma yemfere ya kansem a enya dwuma etobi bi na se opa omanfo echewa o mo chewo
ante se ofere sa
abi da bransa se ofere sa de na edu biribi kura na uyo pani bi pa na se ofa pen kura na resign kura se meten de bi ni Ghana henti
o de bi ha de
bi ni Ghana ni nyina ya hwehwe se bi beba
baba ya ko to Ghana fofo
yo majere afutuo kese pa ye ye judiciary na esan se ye yi omonko asem ne ye kenti de meka ne se perepere ye enye court nko enwuma ne mia bia won we disciplinary committee for won wa asasem bi be se hwede no kura to de da sem diwo asori dem asori fie ahemfie ekopem ye court sem enkwa nkopem supreme court nyankopon nyabre etufo e wo bible mu enana ma nyese me kenkan bible but ya meka bia e bible ma se nyankopon se odimo na esi ho se monhwe ma perepere ye nya dwuma ti adwuma no mo yamma otumfo bi na obia benya na kontama akoma obia benya na kontama akoma se wiase ne ne owo mu nko a mebisa wasem se wo fi he na bae woni ba bia wo fi bae wonyine na hu so wo maame ne papa bi ntem omo na anim wo enna wo wu nso a eye same thing na kira asem no ndi yensua de ye munyame yensuro nipa ne yehwe ye manfo idi won so ne mfa no kore ento de da meka bible quotation ba ewo emebusem
aba no abe microphone
yo Proverbs mame boame why chapter 17 verse number 7
Proverbs 17:7
Osei kasantra so kwasi akora mpo mfata no ankantum se oyo odihia na wodi atro so ho na wodi atro nti yensuro etro di
okay
jare hu pa ho
yes papa
se nipa bu na wodi nipa so
na wonka asema ye no kre
na ni ebe hu se asema a wo ka se na etro na oye den wodi so ho ena onipa nso aye se oye opatafo na aye bias uko twa nipa mienu entem ne ade se ne obi kan ya akopie court high court wa hwe obi gina takmadaka de ogina mu anka suro kakra kan wo o se mesai ena makantam ena medinsi na
ena all kan so se ya mi mon tronko court humam
mon tronko court humam he hwe na anyesa enya da nipa bi nso tumi nya ene ye den pa tumi ekasem bete bia na nya nokure na se nokure nso a ebi nso tumi ye nokure sa enti yetu Ghana man nyina afo moma yanji eni moma yanji eni anya sade a baby o man na ekọ no ebedu baby no o ye pani kura oni en munyam because akola amfero so de ne nsa beba bewo ohwena no enna so so wo ye wodi eyie na nti una wanya dibia na wanya position na wo ye odi eyie na won wa kan say ya ubewu akọ oba na wapagya na akodu baabi no onam sa nkofo num na bekọ adwuma
okay
ananya sa
yes apepe
eno ne say the am robbers to me edi ni pafa kwan a epeso nti wan hwe ya awie no be kwasea Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 11 o se so opade yenya na wan fa kwan pa so enya o te sa kokọ hwede abutu kosua enya wa na ato yeso obebu nnem fagya na wie no obe kwasea enna Jeremiah chapter 22 from verse 13 hono mo benyina nso no oso obi ofa ekwan a enye so kikiri ne fie na ofa kwan bone so di nya ne ho na adwuma efo ketua onfentua omanya de a oso watena so eno nso oso wa bodua na se dua bo no eda wanim enti yenso nyame na yemu ade afei kasafi epetuo duabo waho empo upopo wani kura kire nipa uhunu nipa kura na enye osia sojafo eko John the Baptist ho eko bisa ne se osoro ahine ya moka ho asemu yenso yenya bi anke be kone da ne yenye ose mope he munyai mamu montrene mo monni pantrene na mo mama ketua nso nye den enso mani won wa hwe Ghana sika so ose munyai kronobo na mo nye nchen de yetwa to ho so de mbenya nso mo menko foto esese ekom enti yenyina yetufu a yenyina ye asofo nyina na meka no ye nka ho anka manfa ye ama meka
no kre
ye ka ho pa se program na ye koye te se program ya nonsense man stop odi obehu se de besi abo ho dawura che ho ne ne besi enipa no bakura na de kro na ye kan no ne ye wura fikura ne nhwo na ye mbuta bi na ewo emu ne de ye of course monsieur eni frafo ho ade ebubuafo sori nante ana we je se no kanya msama ya kaneza na mafo so ane bra uti na ate kura ye beto aso Pasa bebo. Ebe wi chera, ya na riti enti ya keka ikezi su kekempo. Ne bukura za ko bubia ka ho. Nyame hu ye nyina bobo. Ghana. Amen.
Papa fa na besi tuja man for che we call Facebook as say yenya 5,700 plays. Ewo media yedi Facebook na check ya my 5,700 plays. Papa for number tuja.
You abusia memma mo number 055 788 2425 055 788 2425
055
788 2425
Papa number no ano afem.
Yeah, ba konso 054 86 72 976 054 86 72 976 yare na ye dwa bibi pa odomi pilatu
oza
obia to me baby
what the dog
nyankopon sem wa yenko na opa adomara kwa onsabeka yeah
when the papa nsia odomi pilatu dey over kana do domi a so ko Auntie Mary
yeah udu crossing
so domi crossing baby a bridge no one railways no e dey otra railways ne kakra
ufi market na kwa otra we do bridge ne so na omo bus stop na say railway na bus stop na wo
no kwa de oduru na obi so be kire
na ofi kwa benya nso dia obedu bus stop
wansa wakọ
railway no
obe hunya
enti udu a obenya anti-America ofo ya asmesi wa Captain Jesus
one besi we need how cry papa and then das na mi shira
yenso ya damasi papa mama adwuma nso enshira nka madwuma wura
amen
emu mpanimfo ani mu adwumayefo nyina ne won wani mu di nsa wo so amen
Abusia ne asemi di kan ha and yedi si mo share titru pa because ne money ene mudi nkutan pa YouTube and Facebook for edamase ze mo sustain ye na even main transmission the crowd call off na still mo sustain e wo ye Facebook ne ye social media handles and so within the Magyeman say Agyeman media seda de bema ye Dr. Father Dexter executive producer fully supported by general manager Kennedy Asante Osei and Akwesi Aboaje the darling boy womo and a boy me na media sedan so e dia ma eye maboafo e wa ha Juliana wa ha and na Okokroko Great Francis ono nso e wa ha mbebo bi chidom media sedan e de bema wo hwe yen yedamase mo amudi kan elia won na te yen ka yedamase nso no so ene wo fomo amonya hwe yi nso no ene fofom pa wo enkra ha de be kan se ya me nshiro bibi amekona DJ Toxic aba be take you over Yami and Kaon.